Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man, if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone west.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man, if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone west.
Exposing lies with the truth. The only men worthy to teach from the Bible. The I.S.U.P.K. We raising our people from the dust. We are the true Hebrew Israelites. Kwame SHALAM. Let a Hebrew speak. Let a Hebrew speak with General Hazayan.
You know what? You got a nasty taste in your mouth, and you gotta spit it out. That's how God feels about everybody that is not an Israelite.
And Captain Akkad.
And crack and heroin and abortion clinics and Christianity is inequity, man.
Let a Hebrew speak. Christianity is a lie. Talk the truth. Let a Hebrew speak. The white man is the devil. Talk the truth.
To be careful, not making a mistake.
Let her establish since 1969. Hebrew speak. We raising our people from the dust. Talk the truth. General Hazayan. Talk the truth. That's right. Cry aloud. Captain Akkad. Talk the truth. Let a Hebrew speak. Tune in every Mondays from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Let a Hebrew speak.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man, if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone west.
Don't claim to be a part of the quote-unquote Hebrew Israelite movement. The I.S.U.P.K. under commanding General Yahanna, we stand alone.
Okay.
We are not. We put that disclaimer on all our videos. We're not affiliated with no other Israelite group or organization.
Okay.
Because we don't believe the same thing they believe. Now, as far as the approach and yelling at white people, we do believe that every response is measured.
Okay.
So now, when you see a video of somebody coming up and somebody's just how you came up respectful. Has anybody disrespected you at all?
No, and I'm glad I met you guys. Yeah.
Every response is measured. If somebody came up and was disrespectful, they're going to get a measured response.
Okay.
We're not a violent organization, but we believe in self-defense. That's our American right. I'm sure you understand that for sure.
Well, and the thing is, too, I thought, if I meet a group like I just described, I still wanted to go up to them and say, hey, guys, you know what? I looked into this. I know you guys are the real Israelites, but I think people are going to have a hard time listening to your message because of your approach. But
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man, if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone west.
Hey, I'm just following orders. Let me get one of those slow motion pictures, bro. One of the slow motion pictures.
You gotta shoot at 60 frames per second.
Come on, that.
They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. Cause if they make the wrong move and coach shit. You see me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. Coming up, I'm about to bullshit. They see me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping. I'm on my body, real niggas right beside me. Damn right, I brought my army, going up like a rocket, and can't nobody stop me. These niggas garbage, so watch your mouth, boy. Coming all black, slithering house, call me mouth, boy. I'm off the hip like a cowboy. I'm a king, you should bow, boy. Shorty like, damn, man, you cut up. There's nothing I can handle. 144 in the booth, going Rambo. Niggas do you dirty like a stick in a bando. That's why I play the corner like a bum with a banjo. I'ma lead by example. Ooh, keep on stopping, got this bitch off the hand. Got the juice, got the drip, about to hit the bitch with the salt. It ain't rap, this is salt. Can't taste a bitch unless you with the coke. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. Cause if they make the wrong move and coach shit.
Hey, one West, one West, one West, one West, one West.
Coming up on my I do it how a veteran be. You better than me. I'm Reggie at the edge of the key. It's all money, no honey. Think you settle and see. You locked up, fucked up, and it's back to the streets. It's One West. You can check the residency. I reside where soldiers died on the soles of their feet. Cause there's death before designer. Ain't no coward in me. Cause I'm cold as a bitch's shoulder. You ain't calling a week. Get the cooking on this beat. Hope you like it well done. Got them killers rolling with me and they all red rum, red rum, red rum. Got you fuckers scared some. Get the banging on this beat till my fucking head numb. Black Glock, red drum, black and yellow air ones. Homie, you ain't got a vest. I suggest you wear one.
Told these niggas we was going up. They was doing a lot of talking. Now these niggas ain't saying shit.
Feeling like a legend in this shit. Lil nigga, I'm past veteran. Never feeling third. Lil nigga, I'm past second. Guns, I gotta have them all like Ash Ketchum. Shotty break a nigga ribs up like his wife left him. We all stepping. Kill you with kindness cause I'm dead nice. That 5'7" put you 6 feet, not talking height. That judge giving out 5, but you doing life. These hands are rude GPS. A mean right. That's mean right. We build different, you know the vibes. And we stamped it authentic, we notarized. I keep a 144 because I know a kind. Noah's Ark, you know I'm with animals when we flowing by. We back again, no cap, when I'm with Cap again. Yeah, they say they want smoke until we matching them. Everything righteous, so you know when we get back at them, you get hit up with a K, but no acronym. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. Cause if they make the wrong move and coach shit. You see me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. Coming up, I'm about to bullshit.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're One West. They're One West. They're One West. They're
That's why I don't know you. I'm not letting nobody sell you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. That's right. And it's worth something.
This is Black Watch with Commanding General Yahanna, the only man to lead blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans.
God made man on this earth. The white man, he made man. God made man. God wants man to obey
there's a lot of black people who didn't realize how deep the racism of white America was.
You ain't gonna do nothing unless you decide where you gonna stand at with the Most High.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Righteous solutions to issues plaguing our nation.
Boy, you better wake up and see the power that is within blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians.
Join us every Monday from 9 to 11 p.m. Black Watch. Let the show begin.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man, if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're...
Wrong with you, boy? You know what time it is, nigga. Better watch how you step in. Yeah. But that was my niggas. Yeah. I'm in you. Got my nigga Ramon with me. But that was my niggas to the be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Under commanding General Yahanna. I love all of my niggas, that shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home, that's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown, I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, think you the shit, this truth the shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it, ain't got no manners. All them pussy niggas talkin' shit, yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we U.P.K, Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm rippin'. And my niggas solid number, real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start steppin'. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood. I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them. I see them dapping and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For why take your life or let you take mine? That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, the shit got me feeling played. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complexion. Still fighting to get accepted. We hear the truth and reject it, but love is getting corrected. And all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man, if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're...
Y'all struggle with the thumb. Y'all Shemata Basham Y'all Shai. We down in Trinidad again, Trinidad. I.S.U.P.K. Trinidad and Tobago under commanding General Yahanna. If you're in the chat, please, let me know for sure if you hear it. Just type a one in if you can hear audio clearly. We're trying out some of these new mics, this technology. Let me know if you're hearing me Tawab, and Officer Sawab. Yeah, I mean, let me know if you're getting him as well, all right? They're going to hear you on the mic without that. You probably might have to lower your volume. That might be sensitive.
Can.
No sweat. Hold up. Try to make some adjustments here. Hopefully good. Okay. All right. I think we took off. I think we could get it right. You know what I mean? The audio was coming through to what for you?
Yeah, it was so and really strong.
Yeah,
really strong.
Just type of one and let's see what it do. All right, let's type of one in. You'll like and share. I know usually you'll have Captain Nathak. You'll know Captain Nathak is also from Trinidad. Me and him came in through the same time. Down here, you know, Lord brothers coming through the damn thing. I started telling people we was brothers. I was like, people say, yeah, y'all those brothers, y'all look alike. I was like, y'all just saying that because we big and we black. Y'all just racist. You know what I mean? That's all.
All right.
Big niggas on the football field playing football. Y'all say we brothers. I tell them, no, we're not brothers. Yeah, you all those brothers. After a while, I didn't say, you know what? You know, you was there in the booth room, right? Yeah, we brothers. You know what I mean? Right. So I know you all usually get now fact, the intellect. Brother always analyze something, always give you a different angle to something that you don't even consider. You know what I mean? Y'all got him on Tuesdays. It's a great benefit to have a brother like him teaching you. You know, I pray everybody really could get to fully appreciate what it is. You know what I mean? But tonight, of course, because I'm down here, he definitely decided to pass the class and rock it over. So I believe the rest of the brothers may or may not be coming in. I'm not too sure. All right, so we're gonna give them some time until they get fully, you know, situated with this one here. Oh yeah, no time difference too.
Yeah,
he usually come in at what? 7.
7 and we.
Oh, hold on, let me. I might have to tell him that. Damn.
Yeah.
Boy, hold on. So usually on Tuesday you all go till 10.
Yeah, but we come in at 8, so it'll be 7 their time.
Oh shit. Okay, hold on. Hey, hey, Cap, you know, I just remember the time difference. Yeah, you know, daylight savings, you know, Trinidad on the regular time, you know, the States on the whole daylight savings. So the class start now is 7 o'clock now, it's 7:20 something. That's all right though. Them men could still come through. You know what I mean? They could still come through. I'll rock it as close to the 9 as possible. And they'll just get a early class more or less. They wouldn't get there, you know, you wouldn't go like past the 2 hours. You know what I mean? No, okay, I'll end class when they class normally end. Because usually you on. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, so I'll end it when they normally end, not the schedule down here. You get me? Like I started now with the schedule here, but I'll end it on your time. Yeah, your time. So I'll end it on your schedule. So that's the word. Yeah, me too. So, yeah, ain't no sweat. So I'm sitting down here, it's like, yeah. No, there ain't no sweat. So, you know, they could come in whenever, even if it's a little bit early, because I already run. All right, no sweat. No sweat. And you can just let them know if they're ready, they could just, you know, step in if they need to, all right? All right, no sweat. All right, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Damn, the white man is the devil, boy.
Yeah.
Listen. I totally forget the time difference and all. Shit. I ain't even in the zone a week.
It's like you're soaking.
Listen, I remember revoking and daylight savings is in the Bible. Let me get in the book of Daniel, all right?
Can.
Daylight savings. Let me get I'm gonna let you know what precept I want. Daniel. 7:25.
Can.
All right, Daniel 7:25. And we're gonna start there. Of course, you all know tonight is the brotherhood class. So please have somebody bring some ice. All right.
Can.
Hit somebody. Any brother. Oh, you need us to put it in?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So like I'll call. Yeah.
You can just put a message.
Oh.
You can type.
Yeah.
Count.
Yeah.
Nah. Yeah, just send a message.
Count.
Just send a message that somebody bring some ice. Let that be standard. You know what I mean? Even if you ain't wanna, I'll come up with that afterward. If somebody brings some ice, get out and do it in the same time. You see, yeah, let's see who it is. Go ahead. Do your thing. See who it is. If it's a brother and ET mobile, let's ask him to get some ice from anywhere. Even if he ain't want to go get a whole one, you can get a couple cups from Subway or something. You understand what I'm saying? You get a couple cups. He ain't had to go get a whole bag. All right. So we're gonna get started shortly. Daylight savings is an invention of the oppressor, the so-called white man, the Caucasian, to make slavery much more easier to slave. For him, he really wanted to increase the production. Shalom, this is how you're doing. He really wanted to increase the production of the slaves. But due to the whole, the shifting in the, what is called that? Not the equinox, it might be the equinox. When the shift of the earth causes the sun, the exposure to the sun to shorten, the daylight started becoming shorter in the northern hemispheres, and I believe in some parts of the southern hemispheres too. But definitely the northern hemispheres, those max European countries. When I say max European, I'm talking about, that whole first world type countries, America, Canada, Europe, France, all of them, would follow that daylight savings. And of course, because of less daylight, in a time where production was the farm, you know what I mean? Production was the farm, production was more so outside. Production wasn't, you're in RBTT somewhere, or in Scotiabank somewhere, or you're in Pennywise somewhere. You get going. Production was more outside. Production was more on a railway. Production was more that. It was not what modern day is, where you have people, what time it is now? 7:30, 7:25, something like that. You have people now on a slavery somewhere. This was a time where now it's dark outside. It's dark, ain't no street lights and stuff. So to capitalize on the day, instead of it being 7:27 now, they decide to fall in the season of fall or autumn, what they call it, when the leaves fall off the trees right after summer, right after August. Round about the end of September, middle of September, end of September, the fall starts to come in. By October, in full swing of fall. Round about there, they started having less daylight time as the evening went on. So now you have 7:27, the sun done set and it's black outside. Their idea was to go back in time and say this would be 6:27. So now you operating, you fell back, you are an hour behind, which means what sunrise, or what you would normally think sunrise would be, let's say sunrise was 6 o'clock in the morning, that whole thing shifts back to 5 o'clock in the morning. So really, it's giving you more operating daylight time. That's why they say daylight savings time, because you're trying to catch as much of the daylight as you could, because work was outside so much. You get the point? Even in America recently, there was a talk about reverting the daylight savings because they don't need it anymore, because people get up at 5 and come home at 9 in the night. You don't need it anymore. And of course, the scientists and the psychologists start saying there's a certain amount of stress that your body goes through with the daylight savings, right? When you're losing the hour and gaining the hour, there's a certain amount of stress, a certain amount of, a certain amount of, what's the thing, the circadian rhythm. That's how your body clock works with the sun, and when the sun goes down, how your body already knows it's okay, it's time to go to sleep. It affects all of that, and it's a stressful time for people. And they're saying this thing is stressing people out, increased anxiety, all kind of shit. That's what the scientists say. So now, but that's in the Bible. That's prophesied in the Bible. You have to throw where I want to? So say where you are again?
Book of Daniel chapter 7 and verse 25. Mm-hmm. And he shall speak great words.
Say it again.
And he shall speak great words.
And who is this he here? This he here is the oppressor, the devil, the white man. Go ahead.
Against the Most High.
Mm-hmm. Against the Most High. Like this oppressor, when he speaks, he doesn't speak just his ambition, but his ambition has to be tied with going against the Lord, going against the authority on the earth. You get the point? This oppressor, he builds his empires on a foundation of rebellion against the Lord. Like everything he does is rebelling against what the Lord wants, how the Lord wants it done, the style in which the Lord wants it done. He thinks he's smarter than the Lord. He thinks he's full of science and intelligence and, just so much understanding that he have of everything, how it works, and atoms and neutrons and protons. He thinks he's full of intelligence so much that he's smarter than the Lord, and he knows how the Lord, he in his mind, the Lord made flaws, and he is fixing the flaws, and he can make things better. That's why he has the artificial intelligence, and the computers doing this, and the trains doing that, and self-driving cars. And by no means am I saying that technology is of the devil and is evil. That's not what I'm saying. But when he makes a robot, he's not making a robot to reduce poverty. He's not making a robot to stop police brutality. He's not making an app to stop racism. He's not making an app to stop abuse of the Mexicans on the border. That's not what he's doing his technology for. His technology is to kill his inferiors and to make him superior. You get the point? That's what I'm saying. It's anti-God. The whole spirit of it is to go against God. All right? Go ahead.
And shall wear out the saints.
And shall what?
Wear out the saints.
And shall what?
Wear out the saints.
And he shall wear out the saints. What does that mean? What does that mean when he say, and shall wear out the saints? Who knows?
Yes,
go ahead. Come on.
Today would be a perfect example. What you see blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians being oppressed in a society where they would be considered as nothing, or let me say, by people that are all oppressors. Just like let's say first line of paragraph passage. This piece, wear us out, by continually bringing or helping, bring burdens and burdens our daily lives. Make it so hard for us, even to feed our families. It's so hard for us to feed our families.
Right. So exactly, like that's how he wears out the saints. Him wearing out the saints is more so creating an environment where you're eternally tired because you're always working. There's no rest. There is no rest, which is why the Lord made the Sabbath day. The Lord made the Sabbath day because he understands that mankind is very carnal. Very carnal. It's very difficult to be a spiritual person. It's very difficult to see things that doesn't affect you. Like everybody would expect that things that affect you, you could understand and appreciate. But then there's things that don't affect you. How could you even understand and appreciate? Who wants to? Like, you don't care what's going on over there, what he doing, what she doing, who wants to? That's a very natural thing to be. The Lord understood that, and he put in our law a Sabbath day, a day of rest, because he know man will try to squeeze every drop out of an orange, right? He would squeeze every drop out of a lemon. What do I mean by that? Just imagine you are juicing something or squeezing something. There comes a time, Negro, you just gonna throw that shit away. That's it. Or you are Benjamin, you might put the rind, the skin to dry to make tea or do some other thing. That's fine. But you ain't trying to grind up everything and drink everything from that orange. It's this is what it give, and that's it. Not the oppressor. The oppressor is not like that. He doesn't think like that. He doesn't operate like that. And the other subordinate oppressors he put under him to oppress us, they do not think like that. You could never have enough. You could never have enough. It has to run day and night, make me more money. You could just, there's no end to it. You get the point? And that's how he is. What's a good precept for that? That there's no end to how he is. It's a good precept that he is never stop. You could come up, whenever anybody come, you just go back and they're gonna knock on the glass. It'll just be better. All right. It's a good precept for wherever they never end. All right. Mariah Allah, you had the slave, no sweat. Princess Nazam Anna Jewel said, Salakia, drain us dry mentally and physically. You coming up? No sweat, mentally and physically make it unbearable, right? That's a definitely good way to describe it. That's wearing it out, mentally and physically. And really, physical wear and tear is not, as rough as the mental one. You get the point? It's not as rough as the mental one. The mental one, that's the rough one. Because the mental one, brother, you ever see like homeless people and ever wonder, why won't they get up and do something? Why won't they do this or go here or their family? And they sleep on the street and don't bathe, or because this is not about physical anymore. The mind is done. They're tired. That's it. They're done. They're finished. They're worn out. So the physical part don't even matter at this point. Who cares? But mentally, they done checked out. They're gone. And that's this place. This place is going to drive you to there. You say he's going physically and mentally wear out. So you had an answer you was going on that? No. Go ahead. You raise your hand about something? No. Okay, no sweat. Was the precept that would say this is how the oppressor is, that he won't stop? All right, and anybody else, that he won't stop, that he just go and go until he get his fill, until he makes enough money for that what do you call that home? Them vacation homes. You get the point? Them vacation homes down the islands that they go to. You know what I mean? Them down the islands, and Valsing people and them have the vacation home down the islands. They don't live in them homes daily. You get the point? Them is vacation homes when they go on the little, retreats and resorts. But they paying the electric, they're paying the taxes, they're paying somebody to cut the lawn. So in order to pay for that, means you can't sleep. In order to pay for that, it means you can't spend time with your children. It means you can't raise your home up. You have to continuously go so that they could enjoy a certain life that you see on Instagram. You get the point? Go ahead, got it? Not sure. I'm gonna give it to you. Give me Obadiah 1. Give me Obadiah 1. Go ahead.
Book of Obadiah, chapter 1 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord God concerning Edom.
Concerning who?
Edom.
So this vision here is about who? The so-called white man, the devil the Bible speaks of. And it's a vision of Obadiah concerning Edom. So what we're reading about here is going to be about the white man, about certain things that he does, his characteristics. You get the point? His characteristics, certain things that he does, that's how it's going to be. You understand? Go ahead.
Now, we have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen.
Mm-hmm.
Arise, ye, and let us rise up against her in battle.
Mm-hmm. So now he going in more now into prophecy and characteristic of our oppressor. All right. So now from here, skip me to verse 5.
Book of Obadiah, chapter 1 and verse 5. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not
say it
have
one more time.
stolen?
Hey, Akim, I can hear you all up here. Salakia, please. All right, you're taking outside if you need to talk, all right? You have some chapter. Go ahead.
The book of Obadiah, chapter 1 and verse 5. Came to thee,
Mm-hmm.
if robbers by night,
Go ahead.
how art thou cut off?
Right, so he's saying, if thieves came to you, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? How are you going to be cut off? Go ahead.
Would they not have stolen till they had enough?
Right, it's a question. Wouldn't they steal until they had enough? Wouldn't they steal until, okay, just like the juice, you would squeeze until, yeah, you just get enough out of it. Go ahead.
If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes?
And again, you think of the time. This is a time where production is very much dependent on daylight to grow the grapes and also to see where you're going after, right? And he's saying if the grape gatherers come, they're going to have to leave some grapes. Because why? This takes us back to our law with the gleanings, where you leave the edges of your field for those less fortunate. So the edges of the field now, that would stop a man from wanting to steal and be a thief, because there's food there for him. It's specific for him. You get the point? So now the grape gatherers would leave a remnant. Right? If a thief come, he's gonna leave something. If the grape gatherers come, they're gonna leave something. Go ahead.
How are the things of Esau searched out?
Say it again.
How are the things of Esau searched out?
Go ahead.
How are his hidden things sought up?
How are his hidden things sought up? It's like how would you find out to his end? You get the point? How would you find out to his end? There's no end to what he wants to grab. There's no end to what he wants to grab. He'll go and go and go. With him, like everybody else will eat till they had enough. Everybody else would eat till there's some sort of satisfaction. Him, even if he's satisfied, there's still more to get. So just get it. That's him. That's who made, animals extinct. That's who hunted the dodo bird. That's who hunted that, there's an old fox-looking creature in New Zealand. I forget the name of it. It's a dingo or something like that. That's who put all them things away. Put all them things away it's damn near a myth now, but they were animals that once existed. And the oppressor hunted them out. There's a whole picture of how they dealt with the Native Indians in North America, where they hunted the buffalo, not for the meat, not for the fur, but to starve the Native Indians. And there's a big mountain of buffalo skull, bigger than this building. There's a whole picture of it. I could find it and put it up in a second. Like, that's the oppressor. And that's who is in Daniel 7. All right, let's go back to Daniel 7. Go ahead.
Book of Daniel, chapter 7, and verse 26.
Start at 25 again.
Book of Daniel, chapter 7, and verse 25.
Go ahead.
And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints.
And shall what?
Wear out the saints.
And that's what we're experiencing now. We're experiencing being absolutely worn out. Go ahead.
Of the Most High.
And we are the saints of the Most High. That's in the Bible. That's in the book of Psalms. The saints are the children of Israel, specifically an Israelite who has perished and passed on, who has died. Yahanna chapter, who has died. Like, that's a saint. A saint is not Mother Teresa or, saint whoever that they like to canonize. A saint is a child of Israel. You get the point? And he said he will seek he to wear out the saints. Go ahead. No sweat, no sweat. 7 and 25. You got it? Yeah, Daniel 7 and 25.
The book of Daniel, chapter 7, and verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws.
Okay, and think to change times and laws. That's what this oppressor does. He thinks to change times and laws. And that's, this is a prophecy right there for what we have today as daylight savings time. Like, he changed the time. You get the point? He changed the time. The time in, North America specifically is closest to us. Right now, it's 7:46. There, it's 6:46. This is the actual time. Their time is adjusted because of the oppressor trying to just grind every ounce of anything out of you. That's him. He just, just grind it out and get another one. To water too, please. Let me get a swig of that bottle there. You could just put the bottle up. I'm gonna sort it. To water. Appreciate that. Good. No sweat. You got it. All right. He shall seek to change times and laws. Right? Times and laws. What's the laws he seek to change? And the laws he seek to change is the laws of the Most High. You get the point? That's the laws he seek to change. All right. He wants to now tell you that LGBTQ is an alternative lifestyle. Right? It's a lifestyle, but it's alternative. It's not, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just a different lifestyle. This is him here. So that's your daylight savings for sure in the Bible, as is most every other thing in the Bible. All right. Okay. If there's any questions in the room or online, so I might need you to monitor, or any brother on your phones or anything, just monitor the chat online from time to time. I could see it, but I might miss some of the questions when it's time. All right. If anybody have any questions, just say Salakia. Yeah, Officer Abada1. Hey, Abada1, what's going on? What's going on?
Sir.
Shit, we might need this now. God damn. Hold on. But how I would do it though, the audio don't come through here.
Salakia, sir. I'm hearing you.
Let me try it and see. Let me try. Where's it? Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, shalom, sir.
I don't know if there's going to be a feedback, though. I'm sure. About one. You can hear me?
All right. Can't, sir. I hear anything.
Okay. Does it sound like any feedback?
La, sir.
Oh shit. We in the game. All right, most sign Christ, sir. To water too, please.
Can't,
any questions you have, just let me know. So unmute and say Salakia, all right?
Can't, sir.
All right, most sign Christ, sir. Tuesday's usual brotherhood. Of course, any questions anybody have, even if it's off topic, we're gonna rock with it. We're gonna go into the topic tonight. Solving social conflicts and the power or the problem of the tongue. all right, which is but they're definitely two main parts of it, all right, two main parts or main tenets of the foundation of brotherhood. All right.
Hey, Salaki, sir.
Go ahead, up.
You want the question before your topic or?
Say that one more time.
Would you like the question before the topic?
No, I'll take the questions now. If you have a question now, that's fine.
Yeah, I have a burning question.
Go ahead.
Revelation.
I
think it's in Revelation 6 where the scripture says the countries that traded Babylon, they stood afar off because and watched the fire Babylon burning. Let me get it.
Okay. Go ahead. You wanted a breakdown on it, or you wanted some? You had a question about the precept.
A question, sir.
No sweat. No sweat. Just come get. You need some time to find it, or you have it.
I'm looking, trying to find. Revelation 6. All right, it's Babylon. Babylon falling. Which Revelation? What is that again? Is it 18?
Go ahead. Say again.
Oh, it's 18.
Okay. You want to read it?
Right. Revelation 18, verse 9. 9 and 10. Okay. Verse 9.
All right.
And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. And verse 10. Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that my mighty city, for 1 hour is thy judgment. Right. 11. I think the question comes from 11. And the merchants of the earth shall bewail her, shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buy their merchandise anymore. Now, right. All along, I've been reading it. I've been saying that Babylon is falling, and they are crying. The merchants are crying because Babylon is falling. But in the advent of Trump now, who is trying to start a trade war, it gives me another spin. So I'm wondering, which way is it? Is it that they are crying because Babylon is falling, or is it that they all put Babylon to fall because they can't sell their merchandise there anymore?
Okay, it's both. They're both the same. They're both the same. They're crying because America, which is Babylon, is the #1 consumer on the earth. America consumes everything. If you have something to sell, more than likely it's going to take off in America first before it goes anywhere. America consumes so much. Like it's so ridiculous where China has, close to 1 billion people, but the American market is what drives business. You get the point? That's damn near where you would get some success, then you branch off and go wherever. So because America is such a consumer, the merchants are going to be devastated because now where the sales going to go? You understand?
Right.
Like this place is, a cash cow. This place is that, the sweetest, the land of milk and honey to the rest of the world. By and large, that's what it is. So now to hear something like that happen or to see it, they're going to look afar off and be alas, right? Think like, you remember, about 4 or 5 months ago, they had a bridge that collapsed in Baltimore, Maryland, right in the harbor.
Cancer.
right? And what happened?
The ships were stuck, no trade in that.
And what do you think happened to the men on them ships that was stuck?
They couldn't come off, I think.
They couldn't come off to do what? To either deliver. There were ships stuck in the bay behind the bridge, that because one of them boats hit the bridge and the whole bridge fall down in the mouth of the channel. So there's ships stuck in the bay that can't leave, and there's ships that just outside mooring because they can't come in. And they can't go back to where they come from. They're going to be stuck in the water. They're out of fuel. You get the point? They're out of fuel. They can't refuel. They can't drop the goods off. And if they can't drop the goods off, anybody who's into transportation or delivering stuff, if you can't deliver, you ain't eating. That's what happened. Like people was angrier. There was brothers and sisters that definitely died, Israelite brothers and sisters that died on the bridge. But the world didn't care about them. The world cared about when they're going to get their goods. The world cared about, the future of trade and if things is going to skyrocket and how long Baltimore, the state of Maryland, is going to take to pay to excavate the bridge and dredge the channel again so ships could go through and not hit nothing. You understand?
Cancer.
So now that's one channeler. Do me a favor, if you have Google right there, Google how much money that bridge falling cost Baltimore or just cost the harbor.
Hey Google.
Just Google it real quick, or if anybody
How
else
much money did Baltimore lose from the bridge collapse?
Oh, you got them fancy phones, like you just talk to the phone and they do what you say.
Not a train, all right, sir.
Yeah, the train, all right. All right, just Google. Let me know what you find.
Cancer.
Or anybody in the room. Anybody in the room, of course, could do it.
15 million per day.
Say it again.
15 million per day.
15 million US dollars per day because they can't deliver. And I want to think that's a lowball number. You might want to Google a second time. I think it's a little bit more.
So like you said, they give that per day, while the insurers face up to $3 billion in claims.
The insurers say what?
The insurers face up to $3 billion in claims.
See, they face up to $3 billion in claims. So now, Babylon falling, it's a lot of money the world is going to lose. Like this world has a lot of money, We ain't gonna know it because we getting pennies on the dollar. But this world has ridiculous money, brother. Ridiculous money is out there. So, something as small as that is going to just, is going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. Google this other one. You remember the green ship, the green leaf? Not Greenpeace. It was stuck in the Straits of Hormuz last year where some boat captain tried to turn it, or 2 years ago, and it just got stuck there. Huge ship. I think it was the Straits of Hormuz. You could Google how much they lost today. It's going to blow your mind. You familiar with what I'm talking about one?
Cancer.
I forget the name of the damn ship. I could Google it myself too.
Hey Google. How much money per day was lost when this ship stopped in the Strait of Hormuz?
Go ahead, you have it?
That's the Suez Canal, sir.
Suez Canal, that's it, to water. The one in the Suez, a big green boat. Yep. Go ahead, you have it? You have it, Macra? You have the mic? Micra? You have the mic? Go ahead.
The Panama flag had forgiven the colossal container ship crashed into a bank on a single day stretch.
Hold on 1 second. Akim who just come in Bahamas, Yabashim Shabbat Thumb, Charlotte and Durham, Yabashim Shabbat Thumb. You'll put your phones on. You'll put your mics on mute until you're ready to chime in, all right? So what? Appreciate that, Akim. Go ahead, Michael.
The ever given a 400-meter long, 224,000 ton ship.
Dang, 400 meters long. That's plenty boat. Go ahead.
224,000 ton ship ran aground in the canal, single lane, uttermost stretch on March 23, 2021. The ship was wedged across the waterway with its boat.
Salaki, sir, no sound.
Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2. About one, you can hear me now?
Cancer, yeah.
All right, but Mike, you might just have to read a little louder, all right? I think that one dead. All right, let me get that one back. Yeah, because the blue light blinking. I might need a charger. Ain't no sweat. I have a charger right here. I'm gonna get you right back. Just read a little loud so it could pick you up. I'm gonna get you back on just now.
The impact, the blockage caused a massive traffic jam that disrupted global trade and strained supply chain. The blockage was held. The blockage was held of 9 billion a day.
How much?
9 billion.
How much?
9 billion.
9 billion a day. And how long was it in there?
6 days.
6 days. What's the math? 9 6s is what? 54? $54 billion in that 1 week. In 1 week. In 1 week, Just knowing the oppressor, that ain't no 9 billion. Just knowing the oppressor. That's probably something like 25 billion a day. He had to lowball it. You know why? Because of the insurance claims. He had to lowball it because if it's high, that means the insurance had to pay out so much. Just like if you hit your car, the adjuster coming out to tell you, yeah, this is $5 worth of damage. Meanwhile, you're injured in the back seat. But they don't want to pay shit. So this 9 billion, this is, economist 9 billion. This ain't, ain't the 9 billion that's an accurate 9 billion. So now about one, when you see the merchants that are far off, now you know why they're crying and saying, alas, Babylon is fallen. What are we going to do with all these, robots? What are we going to do with all these Jordans? Them Arabs ain't wearing no Jordans. They wearing a long dress and playing with tigers and slippers. What are we going to do with all these Jordans? What are we going to do with all this makeup these women be wearing? Forget the East Indian. All the Brazilian weave and this weave and that weave. That's staying on the border. You understand that?
Cancer, can.
Even right now, what is Donald Trump saying he's going to do?
100% tariff on the BRICS countries who want to remove the US dollar.
What are they? And the tariffs means what?
Just the cost, just what he's going to tax them for bringing the goods in the country.
Okay, he's going to tax them, but what does it mean in terms of them, their goods, them and their goods? Shit.
Okay, the goods is going to go up, might not sell as it should sell.
It might not sell. It might stay on their ports, on their docks, right?
Right. Cancer.
So then, if the goods stay on their ports and their docks, what is those countries who he say he's going to tax? What are they doing right now after he announced he's going to tax them? Are they smiling?
Answer. They start to cry.
They start to bawl. What's Canada President Trudeau?
Trudeau
started to cry, but Trudeau started to cry long moose tears like them moose he be having up there. You know what I mean? Trudeau started crying, brother. Crying something horrible. You know what I mean? Captain Natak just jump in here. Y'all listen, y'all don't know it. Okay, kick Captain Natak an arm, man. Give him a strong hand, man. The dog right there. I think you think freeze. You frozen?
I'm not saying crash.
I think either you're frozen or you're delayed.
Shalom.
Yeah, I think you're delayed. I think you're delayed.
Jeez.
I think you're delayed, Cap. You might have just I don't know. Go out and come back in. Go out and come back in because you're responding about 5 seconds after.
Okay.
All right, no sir. Right. So about that one. So that's why they're crying. So it's a bit of both. It's the loss, but primarily the loss of the business. The loss of the business is what's going to really affect them in that way. You get what I'm saying?
Cancer.
The loss of the business is what's really going to, harm them. All right. Michael, if you don't mind holding these two together, Salak. It's a little big, but you should be able to, you know what I mean? Was there any questions from anybody else, or you're good to go? All right. I know the brothers who just jumped in. You could just unmute if it is that you have a question, anything to add or ask. That's fine. Just unmute. But if not, just go ahead and mute yourself. All right. Good to go. Okay. So now we're gonna go into about. You good with that one, or you had any more?
No, I'm sorry. I'm good.
All right. No sweat. So that's it. And also too about one. If you read down verse 12 and 13.
Revelation 18 verse 12. The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and of pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and all fine wood and all manner of vessels of ivory and all manner of vessels of most precious wood, and of brass, and iron, and marble. Verse 13, and cinnamon, and odors, and ointment, and frankincense, and wine, and oil, and fine flour, and wheat, and beasts, and sheep, and horses, and chariots, and slaves, and souls of men.
And souls of men. So meaning the slaves coming across on them ships are like really, this is really today. There's they're transporting people in containers. You get the point? Like that's today. And remember, just think like if you're making a product. If you're making a product, let's say you might have a few good tailors and a few good seamstresses, and they're making garments, and your market is in the East. The way they design their clothes is for the people in the East. So all this purple and silk and scarlet and the wood and the vessels of ivory, it's made for Babylon and for Babylonians and what Babylonians like. And if them niggas ain't buying it, where I'm going to sell this shit? I can't sell it now. And if I do sell it, because the people are selling it too, that's not really their thing. I can't charge them full price. They ain't going to take it for full price. Now I'm going to have to break even. Now I'm going to have to sell just enough to make back about what I put to make it, or even less. You understand?
Answer.
So it's full economics. That's what it is. It's full economics right here. You dig?
Answer.
All right.
Salaki, also what you said about the refueling when they dock.
Say that one more time.
Also what you said about the refueling when they dock. If they can't dock, they can't refuel.
They can't go nowhere. They can't go nowhere. And you work on them boats. Them boats be at sea for weeks. Some of them months. You know what I mean? And these is men, you know, these is men in the world. They want to go back home to their family. You stuck on some boat somewhere. You know, some of them boats not even just refueling. Some of them boats have, all of them in fact, they have a galley with a chef, right? And the chef had to get goods from the port so he could cook on the way back. Now imagine, you come from Singapore somewhere, and you coming in Baltimore, we landing in tomorrow, and overnight you hear some idiot crash into the damn bridge, and the chef just boiled the last onion, and you can't come off the ship now because you're stuck at sea or you're stuck in the port, and you're just there, brother. It's hell. You understand?
Answer.
They're in hell. So now take that and magnify it to them boats coming to Babylon. They just break the horizon just when you could see Babylon, right? Like we in the islands, from Trinidad, from the coast of Trinidad, you could see Venezuela on a clear day. I'm sure from Jamaica, you could probably see Puerto Rico or U.S. Virgin Islands, probably as far as Martinique on a clear day. Right or wrong?
I think they generally say Cuba, sir.
Cuba. You might even say Cuba. Now imagine as you're on a boat and you break the horizon and you could see the outline of some mountain you're used to. You're used to seeing it. Okay, that's the land we go into. And brother, you break down, there's only smoke and flames and you're hearing shit from the water. You're gonna be like, what the hell are we gonna do now? We ain't got no fuel. We have all this weight. How much tons that boat was? 200 and something. 240,000 tons. If we have a little fuel and we want to make it back, we got to throw all this in the ocean, brother. Them niggas go and cry blood out. Them niggas go and cry blood out there. And you know why they say alas, alas, Babylon is fallen? Why are they saying alas?
Alas would be like a surprise.
Alas ain't a surprise. Go ahead, Matt. Finally, but not finally like they want it. A different finally. A different type of finally. You gotta come up there, cut on the mic. In fact, everybody just come up. You like to spread out and shit. You're cover down like I can. A nigga go to the bathroom, you're cover down. All right? When somebody knock on the door, you just go back and open it. So what? Add to the list a doorbell and a beeper. You know when you go in them place Passad, as soon as you walk in, you hear bing bong. You gotta hear that shit. That way, if you're in the bathroom and you hear that, you know somebody just come in, all right? Just everybody just come up, all right? Go ahead, Matt. Oh, Salakia, Tazo, Salakia. You had the mic? Yeah, go ahead.
Right now, does it mean that at last Babylon get the judgment? They must delay that.
Okay. No, because that would mean they was looking forward to Babylon getting the judgment. And remember, these is merchants. They need Babylon to exist. So it is at last, like, damn, fine. Oh, I gave it to you. Come on. Okay, kinda. You there. You're just not on. And you know why we can't understand it? Who knows why we can't understand it? We's not merchants. We's barely consumers. Barely. This at last. Anybody else want to take a shot? Go ahead, Michael. That's what it is. As you coming into the ports, remember them boats coming in on the ports, right? Them boats coming in on the ports, Baltimore, Louisiana, wherever. You on these water for 6, 7, 8 weeks. Captain let you go free. Them niggas going straight to the strip club, straight to the whole house. They going on the street. Whoever want to run away and go some party, just for 2 days or whatever, because you're on water. You get a little, no, you touch land. So they're hearing what's going on. The whole, she ain't smiling no more. What's going on with you? Man, it takes heart, something. Remember, this is a foreign country. This ain't like you just go right up the road. So you gain the spill from the people you're interacting with, and they're telling you. You might touch down in a port and hear a foreign accent, and they hear more of them, and it's like, yo, where these people come from? Who is these? Or them Syrian, they're bringing them Syrian and them Greeks. So you start to hear, and you're realizing, yo, something going on. You might try to go to some spot, your favorite bar, and they had the streets blocked off, and police and people rioting. What happened? Police killed some black man here. They fed up with it. They're burning down the city. So you already, when you go back on the trip, he's like, man, I don't know why they just don't behave themselves. Shit's supposed to be sweet. They had the biggest country. All they had to do is keep these people happy, and we make money. But they're so distant. They're talking. I said, and if they don't stop, one day, if they don't stop, some, man, don't go live. If they don't, and damn, alas, Babylon is falling, and they like this on the bow of the boat. They're like this. Like, damn, they know it was coming. They're hoping they could delay it, but boy, they can't. It has to fall. It has to fall. That last line you read there in 13, and the souls of men and slaves and the souls of men, it has to fall, man. It has to fall. So they're crying for wealth and money and the future. You see how much America go down. You see how much countries is tied to this empire because of finance, not because of favor. You get the point?
Cancer.
About the one?
Cancer.
All right, Most High in Christ. All right, solid. All right, let's go. If any more questions, just unmute your mic, please, and let me know, all right? Okay, damn. Now, I think that I might be at capacity. No, it's too hard. All right. So, okay, give me you have some shot. The brother who just come in, just make sure and put your mic on mute, please. All right.
Come on, sir.
Hey, no sweat, brother. I appreciate that. All right, give me Matthew 5. Let's start there, all right? And of course, this tonight, the night is brotherhood, but of course, if anybody have any questions at all, even off topic, I'll take them too. Matthew 5. And you're going to start at $38. Let's start there.
The book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 38. Ye have heard that it hath been said, an eye for an eye, and a tooth for a tooth. Verse 39. But I say unto you, that ye resist not evil, but whosoever shall smite thee on thy right cheek, turn to him the other also.
All right, let's stop right there. All right, let's unpack this whole thing. Ye have heard it have been said, an eye for eye and a tooth for a tooth, but ye resist not evil. What does that part mean? Who knows what it means? Or who could break it down? Anybody? Go ahead, Tazawa. You gotta get the mic. I know you're gonna get used to it, but trust me, that gonna put your production up on a whole level. On a whole level.
Right? Right? So we was talking about that the resistance evil, which means when the temptation comes, although somebody does something, but the temptation comes for you to do them back at them. And you know, you allow that. You're not playing, man, kick it out in your face, but you're moving away.
Okay, that's how we learn to handle things in the world. That's not what this is talking about here. That's how we learn to handle things in the world. We learn self-preservation because that's the justice we could give ourselves. So that's all the power we have. That's the only thing we have in our might that we could do. And that's a form of self-preservation. But it's really denying justice. This here is saying, read it again, an eye for an eye and tooth for a tooth. Whoever's reading. Oh, you could read it so that to avoid passing back and forth. Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 5 verse 38.
You have
heard that it had been said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth.
Stop right there. Explain that part. Come on with it.
Right, so this goes talking about yesterday. You heard that the justice system in Israel a long time. Somebody do something, the requisite or what you start from was that the person will get paid the same thing. So if somebody paid a donkey, you have to pay back a donkey.
Okay, but an eye and a tooth for a tooth. So let's say I take your eye out, right? Whether it's by force or an accident, like I'm moving, but to you it's like, what do we say? You do that for spite. You do that for spite. You was watching all the damn time, something, and I talked to you yesterday, and you do that for what is that? But your eye. So now from there, what can you do? Can you take my eye? No, you can't. You cannot. You cannot. If that was the case, we'll be a nation of cripples. We'll be a whole nation of just one leg and 1 foot, with one eye, no nose, you know what I mean? A man had to talk for you, a next man had to listen for you, a next man had to see for you. If that was the case. You can't do that. And that there is you resist not evil. What you have to do is go and make a report. And the officer will come and take the report and take it to the priest. And then there will be a council. There'll be court. This has to be this has to be a fair dispensation of justice. Because you all know well, places like in America, and it's starting to spread to other parts of the world because America's culture is so seductive. Well, it started with white people, I'm sure. These devils will just walk in front of a place and throw themselves down. The Asians just do it, walk in front of cars and stop to get hit, to claim insurance. You'll see videos where people just back up into a car, come out, hold their back, and act like you run into them. Now, if there's no dispensation, if there's no structure for justice, and our justice is in my own hand, then it's your will against mine. And that turns into who's stronger, who has more power, that's who's right. And that's what's going on now. What's going on now is might is right. That's the world right now. Might is right. You'll see Joe Biden pardon his son, right? His son is a crackhead and a whoremonger. He a whole old filthy crackhead and just weak under prostitutes, half a homosexual, a traitor and a sellout, making deals with Russia and China, selling America's secrets. They had one laptop that they were supposed to raid. Joe Biden protected that whole laptop. Trump wanted the laptop. Joe Biden protected it. Finally, this damn crackhead did something. What he did? He buy the gun? I think it was the gun, right?
Yeah. God.
This devil go to buy a handgun, and part of the requisite is you had to, say if you're on drugs, if you have mental problems and stuff like that. He lied, and lying on that application is a federal offense. So he get a felony for it, and from that everything kind of trickled down. So Joe Biden said he's not going to pardon his son. He has to face justice, blah, 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 blah. Devil lose the election, Trump in power, son, you pardon. That's his right, because he knows Trump will flay his son in the prison. You get the point? Trump will put on in Russian prison. So he pardoned his son without anything. Might is right. But there's brothers. Go ahead, come on, Cap.
No, just go on. Ask if I could add to what you're saying is heavy.
Come on, please.
And I was saying that might is right is the same thing as what's going on right now in with the war with Israel and Palestine. The ICC issued an arrest warrant for Netanyahu and
his general, his army general, right?
Yes, and they not respecting it, and America not respecting it. You understand? Because as I say, might is right. You understand?
Listen, you're absolutely right, Cap. Listen, one thing I learned for sure being in the UPK, be yourself, nigga.
Yeah.
And if might is right, no problem. We are right, because we have the truth. And we coming with might, brother. We're going to be on that street battling you all the way to the grave. If you want to go there, we go in there. You want to go to the hospital, we go in there. If you want to go back home, we going home too. It's on you. It's on you. You want to interrupt me to, argue about something? We going straight to war. We coming with might too. But that's the rules of the game. We ain't trying to change the rules of the game. We're just trying to get the power.
That's right.
We ain't trying to change might is right, because the Christians said it was right, and they came all slow and nimble and silly and let molesters in there.
That's right.
And if there was mighty, the molester's head would be on a spike outside the church. You get the point? If there was mighty. But they ain't coming with no might. Christ came with might. That's when he came, and he came with power from on high. You get the point? And for that, there was a certain amount of respect and attention given. So I ain't even fighting that might is right. The problem is they ain't right. You get the point? The problem is that they ain't right. So, but now we're living in that time of not right, and then because you're right, you build it mighty. We're living in that time of you're building might, and then you just tell everybody, follow me. You get the point? So you need a system now to give justice. The system is an offense was done to you, you have to report it first. An investigation, a thorough investigation has to be made, and you go to court. Because if you don't do that, you are not resisting evil. The evil is, you done took my eye. I waited on you. You all know Benjamin stay. Yeah, we see. I have your eye number. Yeah, I'll catch him slipping. That's Benjamin. That shit out of stuff. And that's all 12 tribes, really. Benjamin ain't had a monopoly on it. I just grew up, I understand it. I get the whole vibe on the shit. Right? I get the whole vibe on the whole thing. That has to stop, because you don't resist evil. You're doing it to satisfy you, not for justice. Because what you would find is, if you actually go to find this was an error, you may find maybe you was an error. This thing that happened was your own fault. And if without that, you would have took something that was not somebody else's fault and created something that would have spill into a never-ending cycle of violence. So that's the resisting not evil. So now he's saying you have heard an eye for an eye and tooth for a tooth. No, in Israel, you don't resist evil. Christ is saying, yeah, I understand. You out for blood now. You want the hurt now. You go into this court not to get justice, not for your brother. Damn, nigga, you take my eye. What the hell? Not for that. You go into court now that this motherfucker, they're gonna take your eye, and next year, I'm wait till they forget. I'm gonna take next eye and make sure you don't see nothing no more. No, you're not resisting the evil, and we're gonna have to start to resist the evil amongst us, because brother, them East Indians is resisting the evil amongst them. So what show me the creek today, brother? Now I thought you see the creek, brother. They built a road, and the road falling in the damn water, brother, and it's only rebar. And I want to know which 12-year-old child do this damn job.
Wow.
Brother, and I'm sure somebody take the blame for it. But they will resist evil against each other so they can remain on top of us. And that's something we don't understand. We don't really get it. And it's a great part of it is because of the oppression. The oppression keeps us like this, like a horse with blinders. It keeps us like this a whole lot. And it's hard to do this, and it's even harder to do that. And then we get comfortable like this, and this is all you see. And it's the oppression that causes it, but we're going to have to fight to get to the point where we resist the evil. All right, give me 39.
Look at Matthew chapter 5 verse 39. But I say unto you, that you resist not evil, but whosoever shall smite thee on the right cheek, turn to him the other also.
Give me that one. Give me what they first say in the word. What do they say about this in the word? Come on.
Some people they say that if you want to take the right cheek on the right face, turn and let the next one also.
That's what they say, right? More specific in today's world, the LGBT don't take this one. They don't take this one here with the David and Jonathan scripture. And I hear they take what's the one with is it Esther? Not Esther. Who's the other sister? Ruth. They say Ruth and her mother-in-law was doing something unseemly. That's why T.D. Jakes get his stroke. And that's why the other one fall on the stage. I forget his name. You get the point? Like they take in the scripture and these records and doing something horrible with it because they have might. Which is why when we go out, we're going to disrespect them. We're going to call them for what they are, and we're going to offend people with might. Because what they do is something very evil. Like our people are really dying because we don't know this. Because we don't understand this. We don't have this process in us. And they over there playing the fool with it. Right? So now, what does this mean? So that's what people think it means, but what does this actually mean? Go ahead.
Think about the best outcome to the situation. Don't look for vengeance and really look for justice to prevent the situation from happening again.
Say it one more time.
So like I said, right? It's better to look for a better result as opposed to vengeance. But really let justice come for a situation where somebody can learn to do better in a situation.
Okay, I'll take that. That's a very broad. You're on point with it, but it's very broad. So I'm gonna tell you something General Hyman told me. When I was young in the truth. Younger, Salakia, in the truth. Don't light a forest fire. Right? Especially when you're younger in the truth, you wanna just destroy everything. That's everybody you come in the truth. You want to come in the house. I ain't using no pork, no Christmas. Now you want to blaze on everybody. Don't light a forest fire. Be a laser. In that forest, burn that rock. Don't touch nothing else in the forest. Because the rock is the problem. That thing is the problem. So you want to focus it all the way in. So what you're saying is all the way right. But brother, you gotta throw gas all over, light every tree, make sure that shit burn. When that really ain't the problem. The problem is this thing right here. So read the scripture one more. Anybody else wanted to try it? Anybody?
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead. Go ahead, bottom one.
Eye for an eye. Is it saying that does eye for an eye really saying that the punishment would or should fit the crime?
Well, it definitely is saying that, but the punishment is going to come from a judge. It's going to come from a priest. So that part we already took care of. So this it's definitely saying, it's written in a way to express equity.
Right.
Lost here, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, and it's written in that way so that you could understand to have temperance. You understand? It's written in a way for you to have temperance. I'm gonna give you a good example, right? Okay, I know I ain't sure about Jamaica. I ain't reached there yet about the one. Me and Nathak, I'll bribe Nathak a little more, and we're gonna come down there and we're gonna rock it out. But I know for sure in Trinidad, I'm from the Most High Christ, we're gonna come down there and rock with you all. You know what I mean? I'm just joking about bribing Nathak. I don't bribe him to do nothing. Yeah. I mean, like he just want to know the date, and he's ready.
That's right.
Okay, I know about Trinidad though. Like, okay, I said in SWAP today, even the driving, the way how we drive, it's unnecessary. We speed into intersections and stop. So the next person coming up don't know if you're gonna stop or go. We narrow roads, we squeeze. We'll drive and then be like, you have room, come. Brother, just stop and say, go ahead. And let somebody go. But when everybody, and they're coming together, and it's, now guess what? This time you're taken to be dumbasses. There's traffic building up. It's just unnecessary. So now with that said, what if I told you if you robbed down this man's car, you had to pay him $10,000? Would you still, yeah, room, come, yeah, room, and fold in your mirror? You know, let's get bright now. Come in. Yeah. Or would you just stop and say, come through, flash your lights, come through. And he speed through and you go through and the next place. And we start to think not for ourselves that I want to reach somewhere, but we start to think he had to reach somewhere too. Somebody merging into traffic. What does the person who in the right lane do? Somebody, they had to turn right, they didn't turn right. They're trying to merge back over. What's the fool going to do? What does he do? As soon as it hits your indicator to merge in, what do they do? Speed all the way up. Down there, nearly hit the next person. Nigga, why not just stop? You know, wave your hand, stop everybody in the back, go and flash your lights. And then the next man pull in, and you just, hey, brother. Like that there, those small things will make a better society. So now an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth is to tell me and you, I better be careful because I could lose my eye with an action I make. You understand? It's to tell me, let me be careful how I'm moving, how I'm driving, how I'm handling. Because if I make a mistake, I might have to give something up I don't want to give up. So it's to teach us temperance. But we being Israelites, I found out tooth for a tooth. I wish a nigga would. Go ahead, hit me. Go ahead. You get the point? Like, we're not resisting the evil. We're not looking to create a better society. And don't take it like I'm knocking us. I'm explaining it so we understand it. And we can really attack the problem. Because as a people, the oppression, we really don't know. And we don't know how to be better. We really don't. Somebody has to show you. Somebody has to do this to you. Hey, raise your head up, man. Raise up some more. Raise your head up. Take a deep breath. And move them things from your eye. And now you could look around. Now you could see. Somebody actually has to do that. Without that, brother, it's just utter chaos. Right? So now let's get to that other verse. God damn. Where we at? Matthew 5:39. 39. Give me. So turn the other cheek, right? That anybody else wanted to try it? Or I could get on with it. If nobody else wanted to try it, let me give you all. Anybody? You're good? So turning the other cheek. It's saying now, okay, to even reach to turn the other cheek would mean you go to court and the judgment came down that whatever is whatever, but you now have to forgive this person. And turning the other cheek means it's symbolic. Somebody hit you on this side, turning the other cheek is you giving them the opportunity to start over. You're not constantly showing them the cheek with the bruise. You're not bringing up the shit. You're not, every time you see them, you're walking.
So
you name your dog Cheeks. Hey, come here, Cheeks. Hey, Cheeks.
Exactly. Durham backstage just trying to come back in.
Oh, Slacker.
Yeah. You get my idea though.
You name your dog, punch me in my forehead or something. You name your dog whatever's done to you. You do something to just keep it there. You know what I mean? You do something. I ain't mean to knock sisters. Now I'm slowly getting a reputation of a misogynist. People tell me I hate. People tell me I hate women. But you know what, Nazak? I'm gonna be myself. No, but just because of how women and men make up, it's women are very because of emotional disposition. Women tend to remember the feelings way more than men. Sometimes when an offense is done, you don't actually remember the offense. You don't actually remember what exactly happened. What stays with you is how you felt. That stays with you way longer than what actually happened. Because sometimes you try to recount the shit and it's like, all you know is you felt violated. That's it. That's it. Kick him out. No, dude. That's it. That's all you felt. And that feeling has to be validated. And it is valid. It's a valid feeling. But there's a time the feeling just has to end. You have to turn that off like a switch, and you have to do your duty, right? You have most brothers and sisters, you're newborn. You get a newborn. How many of you all ever felt like throwing a newborn against the wall or through the window? Don't lie to me, because I know. Thank you, sis. Give her a hand. Give her a hand. She's honest. I felt it. I could tell you straight up and down. I called General Muhammad, so she wouldn't stop crying. I can't take it. And he said, Mashak, just remember, he said, imagine what it would be like you have a mouth, but you can't say, I have an itch right here.
Ah, boy.
All you could do is, that's all you could do. But the adult is seeing, I feed her, I burp her, I bathe her. She wouldn't lay down. He wouldn't lay down. You don't know the baby have a little itch or this thing too tight, but they can't say it. And he break it down to me, and brother, then I started to understand it. I understand how to deal with children, but I also understand the flip side of where you hear a story about mother puts baby in trash can, mother puts baby in the oven, mother puts baby, do some evil shit, and everybody be like, oh, she filthy, she did. She don't know how to deal with it. She's stressed, she's oppressed. Not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right. But to fix it, you have to understand it. You absolutely have to understand what is taking place. And that's really one of the foundation blocks of brotherhood. Understanding. The scriptures say, know them that labor among you. You have to make an extra effort to know each other. That's the only way offenses keep down. And even when offenses happen, you'll deal with it and move on, because you all don't want to lose each other, because now you all know each other. But when you don't know nobody, it don't matter. Like I don't care if this chair break. I ain't never sat in it. If it break, it don't mind. It don't make me no never mind. But if this is this chair, oh shit, this chair broke, so up, get another one. We can't afford it. Can we fix it? You get the point? Now, if we're going to do that for a chair or computer or car or whatever, phones or, shoes or whatever, for each other, we could have that, that value. We could have that, damn, I can't lose this, that motivation. So now, turning the other cheek, once the judgment is made, you're going to have to move on. You're going to have to now present a brand new page where this person could hit you again, could violate you again, but now you're helping them to see if they could resist evil. Now you forget about it. The judgment done come, you don't get the fine, or maybe you paid the fine. Maybe you was at fault, and because you bring it here, now you have to forgive him. You get the point? Now you holding a grudge, you have to forgive him or forgive her. And now you helping that person out, because now they have an opportunity to do what? Violate you again. And now we'll see if this motherfucker evil, excuse my language. Now we'll see if maybe we need to quarantine whoever, because you just can't stop. So now since you can't stop, we have to do something about you, because now you ain't resisting evil. The brother or the sister turn the other cheek. They act like nothing ain't happened. You stole from them, they let you back in the house. Somebody hit you. You put yourself in a position again to be hit, to see if they will do it again. It's that. You know what? How another way to understand stuff with them children, right? You'll excuse me if my metaphors is children and cars. That's probably the only thing I understand. But children forgive you when you yell at them. And they don't ever come back and look at you like, you're going to yell at me today? They come back a half hour later. Hey, look at this. And do some dumb shit that don't mean nothing. But you get the point? But they're happy to be with you. That's down there how you are to be. And the Bible says you have to come as children. You have to be like that in order for us to move forward. Because, brother, the Chinese is doing it. The East Indians is doing it, brother. They don't give a damn about nothing. That boat captain who crashed into the Baltimore Bridge, where you think he is now? You think he unemployed? You think he get relegated to, swabbing the deck with a string mop? That nigga driving a better boat. Because that's how them heathens are. If we're going to beat them, brother, we can't beat ourselves. I'm going to tell you that straight up. And we can't beat ourselves and beat them at the same time. You get the point? We had to win and then go beat them. You understand? Let's keep going. We could go down 40. Please.
Chapter 5, verse 14. And if any man will sue thee at the law and take away thy coat, let him have thy coat also.
So what does that say? Break it down for me. Anybody? If a brother online want to answer this, unmute your mic. And let me just say this too. I know I explained it real easy, but forgiving is harder. It's hard. It's a hard thing to do. It's a hard thing to forgive a person and dap them up and sit with them and eat. It's hard. You chewing that you eating that curry goat now, and be like, I hope it have a bone and you choke it, dirty, batty boy. I hope that bone stick right here. I'll call 911, but I ain't helping you. Good? Yeah, the batty boy, I'm choking there. It's difficult. It's difficult. But guess what else is difficult? Who knows? Guess what else is hard? Anybody? It ain't a trick question. You know the answer.
So that case, if I may.
Come on.
Yeah, what about forgiving yourself? That's hard too.
Forgiving yourself is hard too. That's another thing we struggle with. Sometimes we can't, and that comes from oppression. We can't look at ourselves better than how we currently do because the oppression is so much on us. It's witchcraft. It's like a drug. But that's not that's not the answer I'm looking for. It's hard to forgive each other. It's very hard, especially depends on the offense. Some offenses, whatever. And there's other offenses, brother. And the thing is, there's no blueprint to the offense. There's no rubric to say, well, if I step on your shoe, everybody will feel the same way. Some people don't care about shoes. And then there's another person who will kill you over a shoe. So there's no rubric to it. You get the point? Different offense, it's difficult. So there's something way more difficult than forgiving somebody. Come on. Don't make it sound like I'm asking a hard, stupid question. Come on, man. Who knows? Come on, come on, Tazo. I'll come into your cap. Come on, Tazo. You got it on mic?
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead.
All right, come here, sir, right? This is carrying a grudge.
Well, that's not forgiving.
Right.
Because that's the same thing. Carrying a grudge will make you not forgive.
Right.
You get the point? Right. So it's the same thing. There's something harder than that. You know what I mean? Michael, come to you, Michael. Yeah. Go ahead. That too. That's not the answer I want. That too. Before that, there's something before that, because that's the final thing. Remember, harder, comparative. That's the hardest thing. That's it. It's not there. Michael. Well, doing the right thing is forgiving. So that's the same like holding a grudge. They're all the same, but there's something harder than that.
You mind if I
Come on, Cap.
No, go ahead, Akash. I'll come in after.
Yeah, I didn't hear if somebody said this one, but actually forgiven, but actually forgetting what the person did to you.
No, you're down there ain't gonna forget that. I'll tell you. You're down there. You're just not gonna forget it. But the feeling is going to be detached from the memory. That's what happens over time. The feeling gets detached from the memory. You get the point? The feeling. Listen, me and now, if you all ever get if we ever out our mind enough to sit with and share a bottle and tell you all half the shit we done did to each other coming up in the truth act, you all gonna laugh. And we can laugh about it now. You get the point? But that's not what I'm talking about. There's something else. And when you get here, this is why we oppressed.
Let me see if let me try.
Come on, Cap.
Accepting the judgment.
Because that is tied into not forgiving. Because partly you don't agree with the judgment, so I don't have to forgive it. The judgment is to forgive. You get the point?
Mm-hmm.
There's something harder than that.
So lucky, yes, sir.
Listen, and I know why you all can't answer. Go ahead.
So lucky, go into E and E alone, sir.
Okay, well, I would say no. That's very hard to do too, and that's because of culture. But I would say no because we already passed that point. We are at the point after the council. So to even get to the council, you will have to go to him and him alone. That's hard, but we're talking about after the council, after the judgment. There's something harder than forgiving your brother or your sister. There's something way harder. Come on, Tazo. Come on.
Getting to the point where you get past it now, you're getting this word and now you push it and get taken and
because because it's all the same thing. That's all not forgiving. Like you longing it out. The point is you ain't forgiven. That's it. Come on. Okay, you're going to okay, meaning what you're saying is like to actually get the feeling out of it. Okay. Fuck the feeling.
Right.
You don't like your slave master.
Right.
You go to work every day on time, right?
Right.
So your feelings don't matter then.
Right.
So why should the feelings matter here? So that's not it. Because you could do that. You could actually do it. A man and a woman, right? They may have a horrible argument. Horrible. At some point, somebody wants sex. We are angry with each other. No, the big man talk. Big man talk here. Right? We angry with each other. You ain't have to show your hands. I'll just confess. Sometimes you just have to put the argument under the table. Put out on that shelf over there. Go ahead, Cap.
So like I see now and says admit being wrong.
Okay. Because once it go to council is like court. Once the judgment come down, it don't matter what you admit to. Did OJ not OJ? Give me somebody who killed somebody that they found guilty. I mean, Kyle Rittenhouse, he admit to killing them people in Wisconsin. The judgment was he go free. What you admit to has no bearing really in the judgment part of it. This will be a consideration, maybe in waste the court time, whatever. But let's say I'm not guilty. The judgment is 50 years. Go sit down. It don't matter what you admit to. There's something harder than not forgiving your brother or sister. Come on. We do it every day. And we hate it. I thought he was going to give it to me. He was right there where he set him up, my crack. My crack, he set him up there. Set him up there. Go ahead. Who else? I'm going to give it to you all for time's sake. It's harder to go and work for an East Indian for 12 hours a day and not be able to see your children and your rib and pay bills and watch them drive out in a brand new car. It's harder to do that. That's difficult. The problem is we don't get used to doing it. And the tribe of Benjamin love to work anyway. We don't see it that, damn, it's harder to go be up under them. I might as well go link with this brother here. I might as well go link with this sister here. Because boy, what they're doing to us is way worse than you stepping on my shoe, or my change was $14.55 and you give me $14.53. It's way worse than that. We complaining about it every day. We complain about the oppression. Right now in Trinidad, what they're talking about, the pay raise for the politicians, right? What's harder, watching Rowley get extra $200,000 or breaking it down with a nigga who you had an issue with? You tell me. Because if that's the case, I mean, you have a $200,000 hatred problem. I don't want the money. You know what I mean? For that sake, shit, we gotta adapt this up and solve this. It's harder to be in bondage under these oppressors. And we think our problems because of oppression are this big. It's not. It's not that big. And I understand the feeling. You believe. Now, in fact, no. You know me better than anybody in this room right now. Now, in fact, no. I feel something. I'm taking that straight to the end. But that ain't the job. That ain't the job. And this is what I also do know. Somebody feeling like that about me and still greet me with respect and dap me up and offer a drink and offer food and call me up to meet them here. We go in this place, but you will never know it. That will make us rise above everybody else. And you want to reach to the point in the truth where your life is based on a decision versus how you feel. I decide to love you. This is not, I don't feel the love. They're the fuck feelings. I don't feel the love. You don't love me. I decided to love you. This was a decision. This wasn't feelings. This was a decision. Like you go and decide to buy a car. Do you look at a car and be like, oh boy, I feel, you feel that? You feel that shit right there? You didn't feel that V8? Oh boy. Brother, you go and you check the tires, you check the suspension, you check the oil, you take it for a test drive. And then you decide. Muffler, I might need to weld that muffler. And what's that thing in the back that's filter? What is called that? Anybody know? The big thing just before the exhaust that you see. There's a big catchment thing. They say to stop the not the converter. They say that it's like it have baffles in it. They stop the noise and there's filter the exhaust. I forget what it's called, but you had to have that on the car, right? For emissions and shit. That might be hanging. The brakes might need something. One of the shocks gone. I'm deciding to buy this car, and I'll deal with the noise of the shocks that knocking as they go in through Gonzales, or I don't watch how I'm going down in this hole, because if that muffler thing hanging, if I touch it too hard, it's gonna fall. But if it fall, what? I'm gonna sit on the side and cry. You decided. Shit. Damn. Anyway, we get this far. I get 4 months out there. I'll go weld it now. Open the trunk. Put out. You made a decision now. That's what we have to do with each other. I decided to follow Commander General Yahanna, which means I love the work he do. Got a hand. Give him a hand. I love the work he do. I love it like he love it. And any nigger or niggeress who love it like I love it, like he love it, I love them. That's my decision. I mightn't feel to do it, but I decided. I made a decision to do it, and we're gonna do it. And that's just that. Like and it takes a little while to get there because of how we grow up. We grow up, your feelings matter. How do you feel? Even on Facebook, you go on Facebook and click on the little thing for you to comment. What's on your mind today? Mind your business, Facebook. We don't know what's on my mind for. I'm deciding to say the white man is the devil. I'm deciding to say abortion is murder because it's right. That's a decision. I'm deciding. Live your life based on decisions. Like I'm consciously deciding to do this, not a feeling. You take that, brother, you're going to be superb, sister. You're going to be a superb person. You know something? Let me give you something. A sister get pregnant for the first time, is scared to death, then she makes it to the end of the 14 weeks, she going in. She in there in labor. She looking at you. You did this to me. And she in hell. That baby come. She forget the damn pain. She walk around for the 6 weeks or the 8 weeks or however long. Nurse the baby. 3 months pass. You know, a year pass. What? Maybe not that long. Let's say 3-4 months pass. She clean now. Now she send you a text. It would be nice to have two. What do you know? The brother look back. What do you know about that text? She's deciding to go through that pain again. She's making that decision. She already know what to come with. She know the throw up. She know she's gonna be sick. She know the ankles gonna swell up. She know the dress ain't gonna fit. She knows she's gonna go through a stage where in her mind she's no longer attractive to you. Sisters don't understand it. When we do it, like you come out there with that little belly and that thing, the story was later right here. It's fine. You become more attractive. But in her mind, she don't. But she knows she's gonna feel like that, and she's deciding to go through it. You have to live your life based on a decision. That's it. I'm deciding to yield to better men than me. You go to a council, you get fined, you get told this, that, the other, kind of one kind. Now you can call after one-to-one. So like you said, I didn't like that. Well, brother, you know, I said it. What's he gonna do? I just thought I would tell you, sir. Shalom. Right? I get it off my chest. So that means I decide to not go to camp tomorrow? Does that mean now I don't show up to class? Does that mean now I just decide? Why don't you take that old feeling, flighty feeling you have, and apply that to the bullshit job that you can't pay bills on? Why don't you just feel to not show up? You wouldn't do that because it affects you, because you're selfish. You're selfish and self-centered, and that becomes hard to deal with, hard to work with. But guess what? Who knows the answer? Guess what? Guess what? Come on, somebody bring me home. Come on, Tazawal. Because, okay, well, okay. Let me rephrase the question. I decide I'm not accepting the judgment. I decide, F it. I ain't going to camp no more. I'm going to go, you know, just totally just abandon. I ain't coming to class, come to class when I want, show up to camp, call my camp leader when I want. Talk to sisters when I want, talk to brothers when I want. I just do it. I become hard to work with. I become difficult to work with because since that judgment is just like whatever. But somebody, give me it. You right, Mike? What? Somebody is making the decision to now come to me and say, you're not showing up. What's going on with you? Brother, listen, man, make the call tomorrow. If you don't make the call tomorrow, we're going to have to go to council act. That's love act. Somebody decides to talk to you about something even though you're a dickhead, excuse my language. That's love. I'm deciding to risk being offended. I'm deciding to call you and let this phone ring out, knowing you ain't gonna answer. Knowing, and he ain't gonna answer. She ain't gonna answer. I know they're just sitting there watching the phone, but I'm gonna call. And when it ring out, guess what I'm gonna do again? Guess what I'm gonna decide to do? Guess who knows, sis? Well, before the text, I'm gonna call again. I ain't gonna just be like, F them. Because now I done bought their demon. But their demon saying F that. I'm going to fight for the brotherhood. Because there's an East Indian somewhere right now plotting to kill the grandmother for 500 acres of land to build a hardware that me and my children don't work in. This call has to go through. Yes, Salakia, brother. Brother, you didn't show up today. Sis, you know you're supposed to come through that food. What happened? No, no, that can't work. Hold on. Before we argue, let's have a council. I'll let you know. That's right. That's judgment. That's a decision you make because you decided to be part of this family. Once you reach there, brother, life becomes so fluid. It's just, you're deciding. You're actually making a conscious effort. And once you start doing that, if you feel to not talk to somebody, you will convict yourself because now I'm deciding not to talk to somebody. I'm deciding not to pick up the phone. I'm deciding not to share this drink, not to eat this food with you, not to come over and see you. And now you'll know you're a piece of shit. And before long, you'll be saying, don't like this. I pray you understand something, and blah, 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 blah. You all know all what I'm talking about by now. Before long, you'll be making a trilogy of tapes about the school and this and that. Let me tell you something now. If you have a problem with one person, how the hell does that mean the rest of us have a problem? You don't love me, nigga? I don't watch your damn pissy tapes when you came in the truth and said congratulations to your dumbass. And because you have a problem over there, the rest of us had to be put to shame. Where do you see the East Indians doing that? Where do you see the Chinese doing that? Joe Biden just gave his son a pardon in front of the whole world. But you got to make tapes because of some council and some shit. I'm just waiting for the shit to be over. But the generals are better men than me, and I say kind of one count to them for anything they want. And if it was up to me, just kick him out and just end it. But the generals are excellent brothers and fathers and better men, and they understand patience and mercy and give it our hand. They understand what? Brotherhood. They understand it takes time. They understand not everybody's the same. They understand brothers have issues and sisters have demons, and we got to work through this, and we can't throw away our people because we're the Lord's chosen people. And when we see each other, we got to see royalty. We got to see something precious. We have to resist evil. If we would look at the heathens like we look at each other currently, we'd be better. We'd be a better people. We look at each other like, damn, that nigga bad. Damn, that sister, she on point with everything. Brother, we'd be so much better. We'd be so much better. If we could receive a correction or criticism as who it's coming from versus what is said. Oh my God. Yeah, you hear something, listen, me and Nathak grew up in the truth in a house with General Cathar. In the house with General Cathar. General Cathar don't eat nice. That's what Trinidad saying. He don't eat nice. He is who he is. And it made me and Nathak better men. Better. Because of it. Until this General Cathar called for anything. Nathak, no. We mobilizing whatever. It don't matter. Where? North Pole, no problem. We coming. And that's for everybody. But I'm just showing you just the closeness and this understanding. You're getting checked, but this is who checking. That's the problem. Just like you don't want to get checking from a heathen and some cop talking to you greasy. You're ready to fight, but you stop, right? See, apply that to the brother. Apply that to the sister. Look who's talking to you. Even if it gets out of pocket there, and you could always go back, hey, listen, what you said there, something. I ain't like that. You shouldn't say that. That's, blah, blah, blah. And we should be willing to hear and repair that thing. Brother, we're going to be so powerful with something like that. Look at what Commander Yahanna done already built, man. None of us would talk to each other if it wasn't for Christ. We would not know each other. I wouldn't know Tazawar. I wouldn't know, what's the brother in Bahamas' name? Akashka. I wouldn't know Kayada one. I wouldn't know the brothers in Carolina, Zion. I wouldn't know none of them. I wouldn't know nobody. Listen, I knew who Sawap was in the world. I knew his face. I knew what he used to do. Sawap used to play football. Him and Nine is too, you know. Don't let me get him, don't let me start him. But because I watch him play or play against him, don't mean me and him gonna look at and talk to each other. Because of Christ, we here, man. That's why we in here. And now, Sawap goes to North Carolina. Zion gonna pick him up and take him to his house, and his rib gonna cook the food. And Nathak goes to Canada. Zabadia gonna pick him up. Or brothers come to Trinidad. Shah and Makoyak and them gonna show up. And brother, that is ridiculous power we have in our power we have just from deciding to forgive a man. Imagine if we decide to just be zealously in love with each other. Pause, no homo, what, why, according to Cartel, all the things. What you tape? Cartel said some old gay shit now attack. He said he was praying in prison and he went down on his knees. He said, why? He just, I like who the hell he talking to? I like who the hell he talking to? I look back at the tape. He's like, yeah, I was down on my knees. Why? Not knowing that's his version of pause. Like how people say pause, no homo. He's saying why, like he talking to the demon, like why you say that shit? If we would get to that point, Doc, and understand that what's against us is very great. The demons don't want us to live. The heathens don't want us to live. How could we join the team and now we don't want us to live? It don't make no sense, man. We have work to do. We have people to build. Think about your life before the truth and how your life changed now. There's somebody sitting in a house right now in your exact situation before the truth. And because you and a brother can't come together, or you and a sister can't come together, that person could never get the truth. You're evil and wicked, man. Evil and wicked. You're frustrating the spirit, man. But I'll still decide to work with you so we could get it, man. And you should still decide to work with me, man. We should decide. This is a decision. We have something greater. Let's keep going on. Come on. Let me get some more. Go ahead. Where we at? Give me 40 again.
Book of Matthew, chapter 5, and verse 40. And if any man will sue thee at the law, and take away thy coat, let him have thy cloak also.
So now, what does that mean? What is that trying? What's the spirit behind that? Oh, shit. What's the spirit behind that? Read it one more time.
The book of Matthew, chapter 5, and verse 40. And if any man will sue thee at the law, and take away thy coat, let him have thy cloak also.
What's the spirit behind it? Break it down line by line if you want to try it. If you want to try it. Anybody? Go ahead, Mike.
The first part was saying if any man sue thee at the law, right? So if he should take it to court, take it to counsel.
Take it to counsel.
Right? And take away thy coat, right? So the judgment came down and everything you want.
Like eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. So now you got to give him your coat. Go ahead.
All right. Let him have thy cloak also.
What does that part say?
Right. You will still decide to have you will still decide to live peacefully.
Okay, you're right. But again, forest fire, laser. Get straight to the point. The judgment is give him your coat. Say, let him have thy cloak also. What's the point of giving him your coat? Anybody?
Salaki, if I may.
I'm coming to you, Akashka.
Come on, Akasha.
Right? So the point that you're going to be quote is to give a sense of justice.
So the judgment came down to give him the coat. And the coat is you giving him this coat. The fine is give him your coat. You paying this fine is supposed to do what? It's supposed to now make amends. Now this supposed to be, I think this is what you lost, I'm giving it to you. So now this is what you lost. Give him your cloak also, would do now what? So now what is it telling you to do? Okay, don't say relationship. I just don't like it. It's not pause, it's good. I just know, you know. It's telling you seek after the brotherhood. That's what it's telling you. It's like, you know, it's like it's giving you a gem on how to have class. You get the point? It's like just think about somebody. You have a child or a niece or a nephew. You do something you messed up. You didn't pick them up to go somewhere, whatever. You make it up to them. You get them what they want, and you get them some ice cream because you love them, and you really want. You don't want to tarnish the image they have of you in their head because they're so innocent and you love them, and you really didn't mean to do what you did. It happened. Shit just fucking happened. Excuse me. Shit just happened.
Mm-hmm.
But now you really is like, yo, this is my dog, man. Yo, take this too, man. Listen, man. Listen, I was wrong, brother. Take this. Have it. Have it. Because now it's like, what else? I'll do whatever it takes for you to break this bottle down with me, or this food, or come here, or come to my house even. You know, also as Israelites are, coming to somebody's house is like an honor. Somebody talk to you by the gate, you know you ain't shit. Not saying you can't talk to a man over the wall, but nobody ever say, come in. You know, you knock on the gate, or, hey, what's going on? Somebody come outside. You start to walk to the gate thinking they open the gate to let you in. They turn their back, open the gate, and step outside. And you all say, oh, okay, you already know, whatever. But when somebody actually come into your space, you know, that's an honorable thing. And even like if a violation come, the first thing you say, I let this nigga in my house. You were sitting on my couch, man. Like, because we value that type of, it's like intimacy. It's like a tight thing. You don't let anybody come in here. You get the point? So like, I'll come into your mouth square. Akashka, you want to say something? No, you're good to go.
Cancer. I was going to actually say, when you give him a cloak, you really show him at the end that it really wasn't no hard feelings that you gave him a cloak also.
That's right. You're seeking after the brotherhood. You're chasing after it. You get the point? Brothers understand it when there's an issue between a brother and a sister. When there's an issue between you and your woman, and you know you done messed up. This is not it ain't rocket science. You done did something foul, and you're trying to make it up to her. You're going the extra mile. Flowers, a date, you're rubbing a foot, all kind of shit you do it. But a nigga, ain't return your wrench. He's Hitler. You know what I mean? My prayer, come on. Mike, Salaki. You understand? Like that's our culture, and that's a royal thing. And that's why we are a better people than them. That's what makes us better than them. And listen, they do it. Listen, I had a friend in the world, brother. He's an Israelite, but he presents like an Indian. And that happens because of, how we intermingle. And this was my dog. I mean, my diehard, the dog, brother. And he would tell me some of the stories on the Indian side, his mother's side, where he would overhear them the next day saying, take off them sheets, so-and-so sleep on that bed last night. And then when he grew up later, he would tell me how when he was young, he didn't really know about the plastic, the glassware, because all they would serve him is in plasticware, because you could throw that shit away. They do it. Why the fuck we can't do it? We could pick. We could decide. We could decide to. Yeah, you could come in. Nah. Say, I come and say, stay right there. You go inside, you forget that nigga by the gate. Rain falling, he back in. Hey, outside, hey, later, man. Like, that's how we gotta move with them, because that's what they do to us. They violate us and then come and smile and sing a song, and what we do, we forgive them. And when you have to vouch for them, they'll say, yeah, that's a good one. He not like the rest of them. He good. Leave him alone. Let him come through. He good. How you know he good? You don't know that. Your brothers is good.
That's right.
You understand? Your sisters is good. That's how we ought to go. Let's keep going.
God. The book of Matthew, chapter 5, and verse 41. And whosoever shall compel thee to go a mile, go with him twain.
Break it down. Somebody. Anybody. Come on, Michael.
You're going with him the distance to win back the world.
Like your brother, he asked you to run here with him. You're ready to go wherever. It don't matter. He call you run and come in. And that's where we have to reach out. Listen, okay, the best place to experience brotherhood, I want to word the question in a way to not confuse it. What's the best, let me say it like that. What's the best place to experience brotherhood or sisterhood? Like, where you really gonna get it? Tucked away? Avoiding? If you really want to fight the demon, I'm gonna just give it to you for time's sake. I want to move on to another topic too. The best place to experience brotherhood is in the work. That's where you really see some shit. I'm gonna tell you straight up and down. That's where you really, really see, oh man, really see some shit. You get the point? You really see some, damn, this nigga doing all of this. Listen, DC, brother, at one time, DC couldn't go to camp. We had like 4 men. I called you Uncle Thumb saying, General, I'm going out with that 4. We ain't shutting down for nothing. Like he let me go. This was, before. This was long ago. And I'll go out with that 4. And then maybe 5, because Zach used to come down from his slave, park the van, come hold the camera. So it looked like we have 5, but we got 4. And brother Nathak started bringing North Carolina. And I said, Nathak, you sure? Them men coming far. He said, yeah, that's it. And you'll see tapes with Yahanna and Lahab and all of them there, brother. And brother, I mean, shit, them niggas could call now. I'm sending troops to North Carolina. It don't matter. You get the point? Because they answer the call. And really, I didn't even say they answer the call. If I had 2 men, I was going. Salakia. Whoever show up, that's who the Lord sent today. That's what we're doing, unless I get an order to stand up. But Nasdaq saw it and made the move. Saw it. And the men he brought, they showed up every week. Now, I don't know if Nasdaq is a damn witch doctor, or he putting a gun to the head like Denzel. But I think the men came on their own. They made a decision to travel hours to stand and be hated with a nigga who they don't know. All they know is he love what they love. Shit. You think I'll see Lahab getting violated, the Yahanna, Abraham? You think I'll see, hey, that's Abraham over there. What's the problem? So and so. Yeah, I'm with him. That's it. That's just that. That's it. We'll sort out who right and wrong later. But for right now, you better just keep this shit at talking and nothing else. You get the point? Like, that's how it goes. Forget about the sisters. Sisters going and spending the night in the hospital while another one making the babies. Then the other one have all the babies and cooking food for the camp while babysitting. Brother, it's ridiculous brotherhood and sister that happens in the work. If you
Yes.
have an issue and you can't get rid of the feeling, come to work. Come to work. Come to work. It's the best exorcism you can experience. You grieving. You may have lost a loved one. Go to camp. Go speak. Go let it out. Go do something. You a sister, you going through the same thing, cook. Cook the biggest pot wherever, even if it's one nigga in the school. Get in the work. Commander General Yahanna said it all the time. You have issues fighting your demons, go solve your brother's problems. Go get fully, overrun by your brother's problems. You won't have time to think about yours, and that demon will leave you. Brotherhood is this is it here. We are the final frontier. We are the final frontier. Brotherhood is what saves it. It doesn't. Joe Biden showed tremendous brotherhood to that son, that crackhead son. And nobody hated him for it. Are they talking shit about him? Are they saying he wrong, he this, he that? But when LeBron brought his son to work for the same company he worked for, LeBron, his son, this. You see how we are? You see how we are, man? LeBron's son ain't no crackhead. And this nigga survived a heart attack. Got a heart attack in summer camp. Fell to the floor. Massive heart attack, cardiac arrest. Yeah. He come out of it. And his father, who reached high in a company after working for that company for 20-something years, get a job for his son in the company. And people was mad. But Joe Biden could pardon a crackhead. Nobody said nothing. A crackhead now, that. If I see Hunter Biden, I make him dance. I can say 1 5 cents to crack. Do the bogle. Get the point? Like we really had to do better, man. We really had to do better. We can't do nothing without the brotherhood. We can't build nothing without the brotherhood and the sisterhood. What we gonna do? Tell them come in here, and as soon as they come in here and they see the same thing they're seeing outside, what do you think they're gonna do? They're gonna look right back for the door. But if they come in here and see, so WAP saying, hey, 2 men go do this, something, 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 and the sisters is like, hey, brother, you can do this, something, something, something. UK. The UK school is an officer in there named Quatazar. Quatazar was walking by the school one day and saw brothers walking in with fringes. It was a high holy day. He didn't know nothing. He knocked on the door and asked, where's this? The brothers brought him in. They tell him what it's about. He sat down. The sisters come and brought him food. Quatazar pulled out his wallet to start to pay for the food. They asked him, they said, nah, you good? He said, you sure? He said, yeah. Sisters brought him more food and cake and drink. He took the money he was going to pay for the food, went across the street and bought a bottle. So the brother said, you didn't have to do that. We have plenty of drinks. He said, nah. He said, I never experienced nothing like this. Then he started to talk. He said he went somewhere else. And in the holy days, if you don't have money, you don't eat.
Damn.
Brother, you think I'll let Quatazar leave the truth? If he leave, but whatever issues he have, they're my issues now.
Yeah.
Why would I let him go back up to be abused by some faggot, excuse my language? Nah, let him come here, man, where he in the presence of men who kill and die for him, and he's required to be saved. Like that's what we're building, and we're doing something ridiculous, and the offenses will come. But just remember, Satan is at the root of all offenses. He's the one talking to you when you're by yourself. That nigga ain't shit. He didn't mean that. Sorry. Salakia. He don't mean Salakia. He can't even spell Salakia. You there having a whole goddamn diatribe with Satan. Call your brother. Hey, listen, man. Where you at, man? You'll go for a drink, or I could come through, or you dominoes some. Make up some shit. Just to, do the thing. You're going to have to decide to do it because it's too much at stake. We losing. We losing right now. Keep going. 42 and 43. Then we move to James. And then we done.
Matthew chapter 5 and verse 42. Give to him that asketh thee, and from him that would borrow of thee, turn not thou away.
Now imagine how we would be if we was like that. Imagine how we would be where, okay, let me even take this off of us here now. You have black people in power right now, where they're politicians, business owners. You might come from a certain area. And as soon as they see that on the application, they deny. That's your brother asking you for something, and you wouldn't give it to him. I remember years ago, I was in Trinidad. This got to be like 2003, 4. You all remember Fitzgerald Hines, the old dreadlock rasta? He was on this Muslim show. David Muhammad had a show called Hidden Agenda. You all know David Muhammad? He had a show late night called Hidden Agenda, and he was interviewing Fitzgerald Hines. And David Muhammad was asking him, how is it these politicians grow to be 70, 60, 70, 80 years old and still have office? What happened to all the young poli-science majors coming out of the University of the West Indies and UTT who really going into studying politics in school? Then just old school grassroots just come up campaigning. These people went to school. He said, why we don't see them coming through the ranks? You know what Fitzgerald Hines said? He said, Mr. Muhammad, these young people only study bling. These people in school studying. The Indian and them taking their young people and putting them in power. Who in charge of the UNC party now? Kamala. She on her way out by now, for sure. Yeah, she got to be half a woman by now. But okay, after her, who's the next one? Michaela Pandey. Now, in fact, you remember Michaela Pandey?
I remember the name. I can't remember.
I remember the name and some more things. That's also what about it. I ain't gonna repeat it just here, right now. But Michaela Pandey is way younger than them. But they put her to take over. Young in life. Who taking over after Rowley? Huh? Anybody know? Why I think he filling his coffers now with money? Because the nigga to catch ass now, I'm out. For those of you who don't know, Rowley is the leader. He's in charge of the country. He's the leader of the more black political party. The East Indians have the other side, and that's the Michaela Pandey. Like, we don't look for each other in them spaces, and we should. You look right now, or you go to the doctor as an Indian, some young Indian telling you about shit. You go for a lawyer, some young Indian. You go for, where's our people? We deny our own self. Imagine that. I hear so many stories about brothers from Laventil, Mova, John, and sisters changing the address on the application form. And they have a full degree, BSc. And I'm talking horse's mouth, not something I read. Horse's mouth. Why? So why you ain't put here? If I put there, they're going to just move it aside. Why? I grew up Penal, Rock Road, Davies, just back Indian something. Now there's a university down there. Now there's a hospital down there. Where's ours, man? Like, I ain't got time to hold no beef with nobody, man. I ain't got time to hold beef with nobody. If I ever had an issue with somebody I offended you, Salakia, nigga, fucking forgive me, man. Let's move on. Let's go. Let's go, man. We have real enemies, man. We ain't got time for this shit. We got real enemies, man. God damn. Now, in fact, we just need to go get drunk with everybody. That's how brotherhood is really built. Now, you know them days where you empty the bottle, where you turn the bottle upside down like this, and you ring it in the cup.
You tap the bottle.
Yeah, you tap it. You drain it. And you'll end up, you'll finish the night singing Sizzler and Bounty Killer and laughing. And brother, that's it. And the ribs in the ribs in the other room texting, or they keep it down, the baby. And she want to see, but I don't know. But she's an insult. That's brotherhood. And then they wake up the next morning and say, look at them, they sleep there, and the woman talking. Yeah, they was laugh. You should have heard them, Gil, something. Anyway, they had to go to camp later. Here's their food. Wake so and so up. Here's it. Brother, that's a machine that cannot be stopped.
That's right. Cannot
be stopped. You look around these zones, brother. You look at California with the Dala and them high holy days. You see how they come. You see how them brothers doing skits? Yeah. You think any one of them could have an issue and do a skit? Hey, film him, he have a line. All right, I'm filming him. He over there? You ain't filming him? Oh, shit. It's the camera. It's the camera. It's the camera. It's the camera, the lens, something. And you start to explain some technological bullshit. And guess what? Guess what the Dalha gonna do? He gonna decide to believe your dumb ass because he know you're talking shit. Not that you sell him on his shit, no. So it's not that you sell him on it, no. He just said, "Oh, is the lens? Oh shit, we had to get another one." And you think you sell him on something. Meanwhile, he's like, "This fucking idiot here." I work with him anyway. Get the point? You see what Mao Clark building up there. Nayathak got damn near every North Carolina zip code in here. You should see the screen. Every zip code in North Carolina on the screen, and he going to get more. You go down there for a high holy day or anything, is brotherhood and hospitality. Forget about UK. UK be having the baddest high holy days when I'm not there. When I'm not there, they take the lights off, niggas singing, the kids doing all kind of shit. I'm sending texts, you motherfuckers. Where's it? I'm just joking, of course. But you see it on the screen, and it's addictive. It's addictive. Brothers watch it and be like, damn, I want to go over there. I want to come down there and hang out with you. I want to come. It's addictive. It's fishing. Brotherhood is efficient. Y'all think going out on that street and calling the white man the devil is efficient? That will fish to a point.
Mm-hmm.
But brother, the brotherhood is what's going to fish. What they see, they want to be a part of. They just want to gravitate to y'all. They want to just be there and learn how to be like you and learn how to walk like you. And the sisters in the world looking at the sisters in the truth like, what they have that I don't have? Because she thinks she fly because she dressed naked. She just don't know she a hoe. And she could kill the hoe and come and be a sister, and one of these brothers gonna look at you. But they look at our sisters in here like, them niggas, they don't like women because look at the woman they have. Them women look oppressed. Oppressed. You see these babies running around here? Ain't nobody oppressed. They're free. I'm trying to tell you. An oppressed woman can't make babies. These women is free. These children is running around. They just ain't showing off all the goods for everybody. You get the point? And it could motivate you to come up in here and probably get a brother to treat you right. The brotherhood is what's going to fish, man. That thing is what's going to fish. You know what I mean? These brothers go to a club and descend on a club and be so. First off, the security get nervous. And when the security gets nervous, the women take notice. Now, I thought we went, we was in the UK in Leicester.
Yeah.
We went to that club. One of the brothers up there in Leicester, give Leicester a hand, brother. Leicester is it's probably my favorite city in the UK. Officer Arya Allah and Trooper Radaya Allah, little did we know, are famous in Leicester for whatever reason. All right, whatever. We go into the club, brother. It have a price to go in. Ariala go up to the doorman and say something. Radar go on inside. They make a whole VIP lane for us. I mean, this is on the spot. It wasn't planned for this club. That video you all saw, that shit was not planned. I'm telling you, that's the Lord. Sprinter vans pull up. We come out. We walk in. They say, yeah, come this way. Now, the admission line is there, and it's a line. It's cold. They put the damn barriers, and they have us walking in. The broads on the side, who's y'all? Wait, who's y'all? And we just walking. We walk in there. A car go up front and kill the club. I mean, destroy the club out. Brothers in the back was liking the shit and came right up. Now, if that was there, he'll tell you. Came right up and salute the general. I mean, dap everybody up and be like, yeah, man, that shit was tight. And they watch how we roll. And then before the club lets out, we all roll back out, jump in the sprinters, and gone. And we gone. What happened later? Some brother from Leicester tried to violate the school. Karathia called me and said, sir, brothers is calling the number and saying that guy don't speak for Leicester. We don't like him here. Don't listen to nothing he said. He don't talk for Leicester. We be watching you. We rock with you. That's brotherhood. Brotherhood is what do that. They don't agree with what we're saying, but it's like them niggas is I could rock with them. You get the point? Brother, we'll have so much tremendous respect, so much power in the earth with brotherhood. Let me get James. I'm gonna move on, right? Or is there any more on 5? We don't need to go any more on 5. What time? We have 20 more minutes? I ain't gonna hold you all much longer. 5 and 43. Yes, in chapter, brother. No sweat. No sweat. I already hold this for later. Hold this one for later, all right? Appreciate that. No sweat. This is for the brothers. I don't drink nothing by myself. If I don't drink it by myself, I ain't drinking. I'm gonna tell nobody in there in front of the camera. All right, so you know what I mean? You have to keep it in the stock. You have to keep it in the stock. That's too wild. James, let me get James. All right, you're going to have to fight for this brotherhood out. You got to fight for it. You got to fight your brother to keep it. You got to fight yourself to keep it. You got to fight yourself to, fully, address it. And don't let nothing interrupt it. Don't let nothing come. Akim, y'all sit down. Y'all could salute each other after if you don't mind, please. Y'all sit down. I ain't got much time. All right. Also, too, sometimes brothers and sisters run late. When you run late and you come in the class, don't disrupt the class. Grab a seat. Just grab a seat and you could salute after. That's also brotherhood, because I decided to be here. I decided to teach. I decided to spend money to be here. It's a little bit disrespectful to my decision. Just grab a seat. This is not just specifically for you. I'm just saying it. You come in late, and you grab a seat. You don't have to make an entrance. You don't have to make a scene. Just grab a seat. Let the class continue. We just waste 30 seconds. Time is precious. James. I think it's 2. Hold on. Let me hear 5 had to say.
Book of James, chapter 5 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Go to now, ye rich men.
No, not this one. We go into the speech. James 2.
Come.
3. No, Slacky. James 3 and 1.
Come. The book of James, chapter 2 and verse 1.
3 and 1.
The book of James, chapter 3 and verse 1. My brethren, be not many masters, knowing that we shall receive the greater condemnation.
Okay, what does that say? And of course, Carolina and Bahamas and Jamaica, if you all have questions, let me know real quick, all right? We've got about 20, 25 more minutes maybe. All right? Go ahead. So what does that say? All right, read it one more time, please, priest.
Come. The book of James, chapter 3 and verse 1. My brethren, be not many masters, knowing that we shall receive the greater condemnation.
What does that say? You want it? Or Michael, I think that mic might be off and all. Blinking? I ain't picking it up here. Say something. No, I ain't have it. Even though it's probably blinking because it's charging. Is the battery pack on? Touch the other button on the side, the button with the 0 and the dash through it. Squeeze it down a little bit. On the other side of the mic. Yeah, squeeze it down a little bit. Anybody know what he said? Yeah, you're on now.
Come on, guys.
Now you're on now. You're coming through clear. All right. Anybody understand 3 and 1? I want to take a shot. Good. Be not many masters, knowing that we shall receive greater condemnation. What does that mean? Mike.
Take a shot at it. Is this talking about being in the position of a teacher?
No.
All right, can. So what that's it?
So not exclusively. It will encompass it, but not exclusively. All right. Go ahead.
If I could try it, right? Is it talking about?
You're filling up front, brothers in the back. You're filling up front. These 2 chairs in here. Go ahead.
Can. Right? Is it talking about like being in seat of a judge, like that, like that?
Okay, just authority in general. Not specific, like you're going specific.
Right.
But this here, many masters. Remember, a master could be a judge, be a teacher, could be, in charge of a department, could be anything. Saying, be not many masters, knowing that we shall receive greater condemnation. What's that say? Come on.
Oh, if anybody else wanted to try?
Well, you got
Can, right? If I may say, right? What's
up?
Talk.
Say again?
Sir. To what? Sir, right? The condemnation part is you will get punished for it. If you make a wrong, okay.
Masters.
Right. Many masters, right?
If you're the master, how you getting punished?
Right.
Or not that type of punishment, like
Right.
a judgment.
Right. Okay. So like I said, if I may, right? If I think I have it now, right? So don't run to be the authority figure over everything because you might miss.
You're going to miss regardless, whether you're in authority or not.
Right.
That's just life. You don't miss.
Right.
This is a little bit different. Many masters, you're going to receive the greater condemnation, meaning don't strive to be in charge because, okay, most people strive to be in charge. Why? What does most people do? Come on.
Right. So like I said, that's for ego's sake.
Power.
Yeah.
Just one power.
Right.
They don't necessarily want to do the job.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they wanted to do the job,
they've been doing work.
They wouldn't
strive. Fight for it.
They would strive.
Right.
The work would just push them forward.
Right.
They would just get more work.
Right.
Because they're already doing so much.
Right.
So now it's saying don't strive to do it because when you're in that situation and you over a lot, being in charge so much means what do you have to do?
It's like you had to deliver, you had to make sure they're done.
And what does that entail and what does that involve?
It's like it's a whole lot of responsibility.
What are you doing?
Oh, putting out a lot of output of work.
You're right, but there's something more.
Oh, more power, you mean? Or what's there?
Something else, right? Micro.
So, okay, if I may, based on the scripture, right? I would say you would be the person responsible for everybody, right? So you would be the one also to take the blame.
That's the end of it.
Come on, Kyle.
Okay, there's something else right there. Because you're responsible for everybody, that means you are telling everybody what to do.
Come on, Kyle.
After a while, everybody don't want to hear you say shit.
Come on, Kyle.
You receive the greater condemnation. You
Come on,
gotta
Kyle.
correct people. You got to tell people this. You got to tell somebody this. You got to out of the pay today. You're late. Of course, a little bit. You're always late. Something. Batman. Be in charge.
Come on, Kyle. Understand.
But nobody says, I want to be in charge so I could be hated. Nobody says that. Nobody even thinks it's possible until you're innocent.
Come on, Kyle.
You get the point?
Come on, Kyle.
So it's like advice. It's advice you give me. Go ahead, read it again from the top.
Come on, Khan. The book of James, chapter 3 and verse 1. My brethren, be not many masters, knowing that we shall receive the greater condemnation.
Go ahead.
Verse 2. For many things we offend. For in many things we offend all. If any man offend not in word, the same is a perfect man.
All right, who could break it down? Who want to try? Who want to take a shot at it? So what? I can get a little, just 2 more blocks of ice. This thing on melt out in here. Yeah. Now, Doc, this heat different. Doc. We inside in a styrofoam cover. There's a pool of water. Damn.
Yeah, my rep city fan in the background. I was like, it's hot down there.
There's a fan in the background. There's an AC over my head. The ice still going. But in here it's cool though. I ain't gonna lie. These brothers got this shit like, you know, it's brothers sitting down here in the Hebrew Academy cover now. In It's chilly in here. I'm telling you straight.
Sluggy, sir.
Come on. Who got it?
This is Officer 500 Yanazar in Durham. Shalom Adawan. Yabashim Hashabrakta.
Priest, what's going on?
So, this is verse 2 we breaking down, correct, sir?
Yeah, the beginning of verse 2.
Okay. For in many things we offend all. So, and trying to do too much, you might offend your brother, or you might offend multiple brothers
Or sisters.
Kind of one kind.
You know they're gonna say we hate women, so you have to,
Most time.
You gotta balance the scale out. All right, you aunt it. You definitely aunt it. It says in all things, for in many things we offend all. Meaning, you could offend without even knowing you're offending. Right? You could offend without even having a clue. Anybody here hate to hear people chew? Chew gum, chew food, chew carrots? Some people have that ick. Like they can't hear people chew. They can't. Somebody talking to you, yeah, some football. Some people can't stand that shit. And some people look at you and it's like, might explode because of it. And that's an example. This is just in many things you offend all. Like it's the other things you could do, anything. But this is just something you do that this person just can't really. In many things you go offending all, and some of them things you can't really help. The offense gonna come. Somebody could tell you, or you go to counsel, whatever. Right? Read the other part of Michael. If any man will.
Kawankan. If any man offend not in word, the same is a perfect man.
So now, despite all of that, where you might have a habit, you might, whatever, but this is not malicious. This is just what you do normally. I ain't doing this because you here. This is what I'll do with anybody. But despite that, if any man offend not in word, the same is a perfect man. What does that say?
Salaki, sir.
Come on, Durham again?
If I may, yeah, this is Durham again. Okay, so we know that the tongue is a small, what do you call it? It's a small member, but it has a lot of power. So
don't jump ahead. Just break down here. Not like he trying to finish the class up. After this answer, he gonna say with that.
What this is talking about, sir, is like self-control and discipline.
You aunt it. You definitely aunt it. You right though. You going around the right vein. This year is Slacky. A couple of brothers here want to. What they have? Go ahead, Tasman.
Slacky, if I may, Slacky, right? As he was talking about earlier with the man who is in charge of a lot of people, something will offend people. But if it is that in other words, Jim saying it's almost impossible not to offend.
Exactly. Yeah. That's the first thing to understand. Offenses come. Somebody might say something.
Right.
And then it's like, that's my nigga. That's my sister. Or it's like, you said something. What do you mean by that? Right. Oh no, I was just saying that. Oh shit, I thought it was that. Offenses come. Right, go ahead.
What's lucky?
No, that's I thought it was
that's
the first part again. Okay, right. And
all right.
The second part was if any man offend not in word.
Right. The same is almost impossible for the man not to offend because what he do, in other words, somebody might take it the wrong way.
Okay.
Right? But if any man
in word you're talking about?
Cancer, yeah.
No, not that part.
All right.
But this here now is setting a standard. Read it again. If any
man. But if any man.
It don't say but though, but you say if any man.
Oh, slack is my bad, right? If any man offend not in word, the same is a perfect man, and able also to bridle the whole body. Oh, okay. All right. So if any man is able to not offend in what he says and what he does,
and say it in a way modern today, like how we would say it, say it in the UPK way.
Right.
If any man or woman is able to UPK.
Yeah.
Come on, Maka.
So like I said, I'm not too sure if I have it, but
No, you might have it. Come on.
Shut up.
No, because I was like, fuck. No. Okay, that's further down. If any man is able to, or woman is able to, watch your mouth. If you able to watch your mouth, I remember hearing that for the first time. I really remember it. I ain't shitting it. My parents told me that for the first time. I thought, how am I going to watch my mouth? And I went to the mirror. I remember it, brother. I'm not lying to you. It's like, watch your mouth. You're too fresh. And I'm going in the mirror, and I'm like, what the fuck? In my head, I'm like, what is wrong? You kids don't understand it. Watch your mouth. If any man or woman is able to watch your mouth, if you're here in class today, if any man or woman is able to do what before they speak? Decide. If you are able to decide what you are going to say, you probably will not offend anyone because you're being careful. So, how to say this? Oh, give a response. In the Apocrypha, I tell you, use not many words when you're in the company of better men. That's because you might offend somebody. Just talking. Simple. Some. Kalawonka. La asu. Did you want? Okay, come. Lord of peace. You want to do it all the time? Let them do talking. Whatever he had to say, surely could benefit my life. What am I saying to him that could benefit him? Shit. He told me who the hell I was. Who the fuck am I? Which brings me back to that fool in the damn bulletproof vest on a video. What are you talking about? What you talking about? You didn't know precepts before. You didn't know nothing. Watch your mouth. Just think about what you say. If you can't watch your mouth, this is where it really comes down to. You know yourself. If you know I have a habit of saying dumb shit, I have a habit of offending people, you should shut your mouth. Y'all know they say it's better to be taught wise than to speak and remove all doubt. Y'all know what that means. It's better people think, oh, that brother there, he quiet, he don't say much, but he listening. You might be thinking about sand. You might be thinking about how the sand on the beach feels between your toes, but you sitting there and you're quiet. It's better somebody thinks you're intelligent than you open your mouth and you remove all the doubt, and now we know you're a fool. You get the point? Sometimes that's a class. That's a gotta meet you.
It's a lie.
I'm joking. Point. But that will help you exercise your demon. It will help you exercise your demon. It helps with children. Sometimes children talking. Shut up. Stay quiet. Slide all the way down in the chair. And don't say nothing. Let them do it. But if they talk, if they say a word, judgment had to come. Now you ain't had to beat them. We had to make it. Didn't I tell you quiet? Let them work it out. Let them do all this. They exercise that demon want them to talk out. And they're fighting him. Go ahead, fight. Lay down on the ground, do all kick up, kick up and do all that. Just don't say nothing. They'll get better. Soon, when you say, hey, 1 second on the phone, something. There's something you tell them, hey, on the phone, and they talk louder. That person grows up into adult who offends people. You get the point? That person does it. You see many times people come to the class And they ask a question, and the general about to answer, and they start talking, quiet, quiet, shaman, quiet. If you're stupid, keep talking. Are you stupid? You're not stupid. All right, fine. And you have to train them on how to work this mouth. You have to train them, and it's no shame. We don't understand it. Listening to the radio, brother, some of them people who singing songs need to shut up. Just let the beat play. Just let the beat play, brother. God damn, nigga. Just let the beat. Damn. You need to know what to say. Let's keep going. Read the last part of verse 2.
The same is a perfect man, and able also to bridle the whole body.
And you able also to bridle the whole body. Because now you controlling what you say. You able to now control more than just what you say. Because why? Just the example I gave. You tell a child, stay quiet. They start to walk around. They start to do all kind of stuff. They can't control their body now, but they have to control their mouth. But if they could just control their mouth, they could control their body. That's just simple. Keep going. Let's see how much more time we have. You right there? Go ahead. I'll give you 5 minutes, and that's it.
The book of James, chapter 3 and verse 3. Behold, we put bits in horses' mouths, and they obey us, and we turn about their whole body. Verse 4. Behold, also the ships, which though they be so great, and are driven of fierce winds, yet are they turned about with a very small helm, whithersoever the governor listeth.
You understand? A bit is small like a pen, maybe like a big pen. You put that in the horse's mouth, and the horse bites down on that. And you put 2 strings on either side of that small little reed, and you could control that whole horse from the mouth. You pull the mouth to the right, the horse is going to go to the right. You pull the mouth to the left, the horse is going to go left. You draw the whole chin in, he's going to stop. You can control the whole horse from the mouth. In the same way you control your mouth, you might have that. Now it can help you with that weed problem. Now it can help you with that adultery problem. Now it can help you with whatever else is going on with you, because you have discipline now. You're making a decision. I will not speak. And then now, over time, guess what happens? Because you control yourself so much, who knows what happens? What happens because you control yourself so much? But make sure you have the mic too, all right?
What I say. If I may, sir, right? Now you're able to speak well. Now you're able to do things properly.
You're not only able to speak well, you're able to say certain things when you speak. That's true, not what I'm looking for. What happens now, because you're keeping your peace, something else happens. Anybody? Okay.
So like I say, if I may, I don't know if you're looking for this part of it, which is to bridle the entire body.
You learn to bridle. I wasn't looking for that, but that's good too. You're able to control yourself, but then there's something else that happens. Nobody? Somebody wants to hear what you have to say. Somebody say, not you all in front, let me hear from that brother in the back. You've been quiet all night. That sister says, you want to take a shot, says, you've been quiet all night. That happens. Because now you done shown you was disciplined. Teacher saying something outrageous. I want to hear what he had to say. I'm interested in him or her, what they have to say on the mouth. You hold it down, somebody will ask you, no, you speak. No, you stand here, you sit there, no, you do this. You running your mouth all the time, brother. Somebody's now more inclined to just look past you. Just because you can't stay quiet for a second. You can't do it. You get it, what? And because I know you can't stay quiet, I know a lot more things about you. I know more about you than you think I know about you, and you think other people know about you. Because you're going. Just go. All right, keep going. Let's get some more. Anybody, whoever. It's like, let me just make it easier for you. Let's take that battery back. I think it should have good charge on it now. I need to call you. Just give me my whole thing. I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna help you out, Salak. You'll have enough time to learn this after. All right, go ahead. I keep reading real quick. We almost done.
Book of James, chapter 3 and 5. Even so,
The tongue is a little member and boasted great things. Behold, how great a matter and a little fire kindle it.
Right? The tongue is a little member. It's a small muscle in your body. But brother, it boasted great things. It says things that are just, you know. A man once said, I want to go to the moon. A man said that in a room. I want to walk on the moon. And brother, there's people walked on the moon. People in space station, regardless of what the conspiracy theorists say. It's just according to the books I'm talking about. The tongue could boast great things. And what's the last part? Behold how great a matter a little fire kindling. A small fire could start and just destroy everything. And that's your mouth. What you say out your mouth could start, ridiculous nonsense. What you're saying is just, you should shut your mouth. You should just stay quiet. You could stay quiet. Make it easier for me to forgive you, goddammit. I forgive you for the thing you said 5 minutes ago, but now it's a new offense now. You're trying with patience. Help me, help me. Keep going.
Kawankan 6. And the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. So is the tongue among our members, and it defileth the whole body, and setteth on fire the course of nature, and it is set on fire, Salakia, and it is set on the fire of hell.
So is the tongue, a world of iniquity. Tongue could start, listen, the scriptures say, idle words could disquiet friends. You get the point? Like, it could start something that would have never happened if somebody just shut it down. Don't run your mouth so much. Stay quiet. Part of staying quiet is recognizing. Let me take it back. The UPK has let's say take it back. Let me backtrack a little bit, then come forward. The UPK has a militant structure that comes from the Bible. And it's older brother, younger brother. And it's like that for a reason. Because the older brother, or the senior brother, or the brother who outranks whoever, is better than the younger brother. And because he is better, the younger brother should watch what he says. Watch how he acts. Be careful how he treats him, but this man is better than him. That's how you should be. If you run in your mouth and over talking, you don't think this man is better than you. You think you're better than him, and he needs to hear what you have to say. And you might find out the hard way who and what you really are. You should just remember the structure and the brotherhood. There's a man who is better, and there's a man who is lesser. I know when I'm lesser, and I know when I'm better. And I made that decision to know that. I made that decision. This is what I have to deal with. This is how we operate. You should do the same thing. Sisters, that husband, he's better than you. He's better. Roll with him. Now, I'm speaking in a general sense. And then just across the board, rule of thumb, you match the brakes, brake light, come on. Now, that I look in every case? Hell no. Sometimes you match the brakes, the car don't even stop. This is isolated cases. I'm just speaking in general. You have to understand that kids know their parents better than them. But everybody could accept that part. Kids should watch how they talk to their parents. Why? Because their parents go slave every day to some job they don't like in the sun with some heathen talking shit so they can get a doll or some G.I. Joe or some game or some shoe. The child should know that parents was better than them. Everybody know old school. Shit, if you had to do the stuff the old school was doing, you wasn't going to do it. And vice versa. The old school, if they had to do what you was doing, they probably wouldn't do it. That's in the Apocrypha. Conditions is for each generation. The generation that went through slavery probably couldn't survive the crack epidemic. You get the point? That's in the Bible too. You got to understand who you are and who you're in the presence of and yield. Yield your spirit. Stop fighting against the spirit. That's a bedrock part of brotherhood. Nobody didn't ask you to with your opinion on something. You fall in line. You see what, okay, this brother over me, this brother under me, this is how it flows. Deal with him, deal with everybody in a absolutely honorable way. But at the same time, you ought to know who's better than you. Then it won't stop you running your mouth that much. It will help you. And as you stop running your mouth around the brother who is better than you, you watch what you say to the brother who is lesser than you. And the same thing goes down. And before long, everybody is like, Salaki, brother, can I get some more of this, please? So what? Are you on the bar? Oh, most high in Christ. Oh shit, that's some. We start talking to each other in a way that people in the world look like, man, they're really nice, man. This is wild. We are a people that if you nice, it offends somebody. Feel that. We are a people like if you, oh, thank you, brother, for water. Some. If you nice, somebody be like, why are you talking like that? That's so. Like that's who we are, you know, brother. The oppression done destroyed us. It destroyed us. It's, you know, especially tribe of Benjamin is extremely rough and just talking to everybody. Damn, we going to order food the other day, brother. The woman talking to the child like, I want to say something now, and like it's normal. The brother's like, who next? I'm like, what the fuck is she talking to? I ain't used to that shit. I say, y'all gotta forgive me. You say I hate women, I don't. I hate bitches. I ain't used to it. But we gotta start to talk to each other different and be better, man. We gotta strive for it. But we have plenty work to do. We have plenty more work to do, plenty power to get. Let me get a little bit more and then we're done, all right? Go ahead. Mm-hmm. For every?
The book of James, chapter 3 and 7. For every kind of beast and of birds
and of serpents, and of things in the sea, is tamed, and hath been tamed of mankind.
Right? All the whales, all the dolphins, all of them know man and has been tamed by man, has experienced the power of man. Go ahead.
Kawankan. Verse 8. But the tongue can no man tame. It is an unruly evil, full of deadly poison.
That mouth, brother, it's an unruly evil. It's full of poison. What is some poison that say God loves everybody? What is some poison that say Christ died for everybody? What is some poison that say we have to love everybody? What is some other poison that say some? That's a lot. It didn't mean nothing. And now, because you in this situation think the person talking to you is the better man, you go off thinking what he said is valid, and that was fuckery. Excuse my language. And you should understand. General Thumb told me this. Me and Nafa. If somebody's coming to you to say something that discredits how you think about a brother, that person thinks you're a punk. Why they don't go to the brother if that's how they think? But they come to you because they think you will hear them out on their bullshit. This is how this happens. Somebody comes to you, starts saying something. Why didn't you go to so-and-so? You didn't go to him? So why are you telling me? Oh, we might have to have a counsel for what you just said. Whether the counsel happens or not, that's the last you're going to hear from that person about anything. You understand? And that's fighting for the brotherhood. And you're going to have to make that decision to fight for the brotherhood. Because when we at camp, and the Palestinians surround us, brother, I told you that UK camp, brother, I wish you all could felt what I felt, brother. Them brothers moved like a unit and obeyed orders and came right back on post. And I was ready to kill everybody out there. I probably will get a call after the class for that. But after that, I was like, oh yeah, it's on and popping now. These brothers is one. We is one. Listen, we went back to the school and we eat it. And Dumgabar said, Akim. And Dumgabar, he a real funny character. He like to make jokes and shit. But he be saying some heavy shit. Dumgabar said, Akim, y'all eat this meal. Remember this meal. Remember what this meal means. Remember who eating this meal with you. Meaning these men survived death out there. This is long before the cops came, brother. They was ready. We was ready. And there was no flinching in anybody. If there's talking going on after, that shit never happens. Because when I talk to this one, he ain't coming to camp no more. Then this brother ain't showing up to our class. Then this sister, she ain't cooking no more. She ain't answering the phone. And it all started with somebody here. When whoever he told first or she told first should have took them to counsel. That's it. That should have happened. And you are going to have to defend it, man. You're going to have to do it. And I'm telling you, the Lord is watching. He's letting it happen for a test, if it's happening. And he's watching. And if he sees you fight for it, he'll bring soldiers and sisters in because you'll fight for them. Because guess what? Somebody who comes in after will do the same thing with that generation. And you're going to be able to watch it and you'll be able to see it already. You'll be able to see. You'll be able to tell from a dad if there's an issue. You'll be able to tell from Shalom says, Yashima. You'll be able to tell. You'll be able to just watch and sit by. And you'll know to not say nothing and watch this thing here and watch that. And you already know what's going on in the group. You already know what's going on. And it's, it's gonna do what it's doing. The end of it is terrible, I can tell you that. And if you don't listen to the Lord, you're gonna just get cast out with Satan. Satan will pull you out of the ground and uproot you, and before long you wouldn't know where. Let me get the last one, Matthew 18 and 15, real quick.
Come on, God.
That's it. We ain't breaking down that. Everybody should know it, but this is to sharpen your weapon. This is to help you. This is for brothers and sisters. Teach your children this. Teach your children this. The Lord done blessed me with a lot of daughters, brother, and I think I've done increased my IQ in the feminine species. I think I understand things about women I did not understand before, brother, and I thank the Lord for my daughters. Give me a hand. I went through great things with that, brother. Jeremiah will come with slick counsel. So the shop, don't worry about it. That grow these daughters and you'll have sons, and they'll come in. I said, yes, sir. All right. I would like to have one of my own, though. You understand? But because of that, I've gotten to see things with women, brother. And women beef over, oh my gosh. And it's something you have to coach and train. And you have to show them their stupidity. You have to show them their logic. And sometimes you just have to let them cry. I have a daughter, brother. I teach her some shit. She just started crying. I say, what are you crying for? I don't know. You need to cry? Okay, let it out. Go ahead. Take the glasses off. Go lay down on the bed. You want to cry? Scream in the pillow. You good? All right, cool. Now, with all that crying, do you still understand this? No. So what did the crying help? You want to go wash your face? Yes. And come back, and brother, it's like it took a piss. Like, you just need to get it out, and now she can understand. But before, I was like, stop crying. You start understanding certain things. Just give it some time. You're going to understand a few things. Teach your children. Then you see them practice it as you go through and play with kids with an issue. They come and tell you or go and you raise up a generation, brother, where we just so much better. We become superior by how we deal with each other. All right, let me get Matthew 18:15.
Come on. 18 and 15.
Moreover,
if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
You have a brother or a sister that offends you, you go to them and you give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm giving you this straight breakdown, all right? You give them the benefit of the doubt. You want to be clear the motive of the offense and let them know they offended you. You go to them and them alone. You don't say nothing to nobody else. You don't sit and reason with somebody else. It says it. If you feel a type of way, go to them. Call them. And don't be like, yo, some. Don't confront them. You confront that motherfucker who telling you this person so and so, and that didn't mean that. That nigga you confront, or negrette. You confront them. You just get offended, a bump, or hang up before a salute. Something. You call them. Hey, some you didn't, you didn't salute me out. Oh, Salakia, brother. I thought I did. I thought you heard me. The phone hung up. It fell out of my hand. Boom. Keep going. But you have to go to them and them alone. And to go to them and them alone, what does that mean you have to do until you meet them? Until you meet that person who offended you, what do you have to do? We just went over.
I guess shut up.
Oh, brother, come on. Listen, that's how you know he efficient. He have one answer and it's correct. You should shut your mouth. You should fight the urge to go tell somebody else because it's a demon. A demon is like a virus, like a COVID, like a cold. It wants to spread because a virus wants to live. It needs a host. You can end it right here. I'm going to hold on to this one until I get this straight. I'm going to hold my peace. I'm going to hold my peace. So this is disrupting somebody else's peace. This motherfucker could be having a good day. You tell this person this, your whole countenance just changed. They breathe and change. They can't even drive straight because of your dumb ass. You get the point? Shut your mouth until you meet whoever you had to talk to. Go ahead.
He shall hear thee. Thou hast gained thy brother.
If he shall hear thee, when you go to him or her, you tell them the offense. If they say, Salaki, I did this, I should not have done that, they heard you. They accepted the wrong. Now you gain them versus losing them. Now you gain them without it being an issue or problem. Not trying to make an excuse and this is why I did this and that was false. Salaki, brother. I'm trying to gain your brother or your sister. Phone's on mute. Mic's on mute. Mic's on mute. Don't worry. I could mute it. Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
Come on, verse 16. But if he will not hear thee, then take him. Then take with thee 1 or 2
more, that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, every
word may be established.
Now you call a council if they don't hear. Anything other than my fault or salah. You come to somebody, something. I did what? You sure? Oh shit, my fault, brother. I didn't understand. I did salah. That was my bad. It ends. But other than that, well, why I do this was, remember you do that, so that make me do this now. I'm gonna just try to call a council, you know what I mean? Complete might call you, all right? I know how to have a council. Or, you know what, brother, I don't want to take it no further. You call the camp leader. Hey, I would like to set up a council between XYZ and XYZ, and that's that. And every word will be established. The incident, what was said, what wasn't said, what should have been said, whoever told. And this is the other thing. If you will go run into somebody and telling 2 and 3 other people about the issue, they're going to be called in the council and they're going to be, if they told you, why didn't you take them to council? You're going to get jammed up because you listened. You enabled the demon. We can't have that shit. We are strong as the weakest link. We can't make each other weak, man. We can't do that shit, man. We can't do that shit. You make sure you strive for this truth. You strive for this brotherhood. You strive to keep things intact. And you strive to keep some evil shit away from this sanctuary. Y'all see this badass fucking school y'all got, excuse my language. I thought this building was way more smaller, way more dead. So I couldn't believe this shit. When I first walked in here, I'm like, this is a very nice place, man. This is a good spot, good location, right across the street from who you're teaching about, which is excellent. Damn near like, the general was right next to the Potter's house and watched it fall. I mean, damn, man. And you're in Trinidad. Now, in fact, Trinidad is in Valley of Dry Bones right now. Life is gone outside of the school. Brothers and sisters in hell. You wouldn't believe the potential that's down here. We ain't got time for your silly shit.
That's right.
I'll decide to deal with it, though. I'll decide to suffer it. But best believe, brother and sister, I want this whole country, and Tobago, and Barbados, and Grenada. I want to take it all the way up and meet my attack on the top in Jamaica and Ashapari, and then come to command in Yahanna and say, sir, we done delivered the ark. We have a whole ark from Florida down to Venezuela. What shall we do next, General?
That's right.
We ain't got time for the he say, she say, that's the lock. It didn't mean to shut up. Just shut your mouth. Just shut your mouth until you get the courage to go to who and who alone. Until then, you know, a little yellow, and that's fine. I don't know you're yellow because it's shut in your mouth. But if you're running your mouth, you know, you got some vision. Both brother and sister. With that, pass the class over to who's he got? Prison officer, Tazo Wall. Tazo, you do the announcements like right in front when my car is for the camera, all right? I'm gonna pull you up on the screen.
Hey, Tawada for Trinidad for having us, man. Tawada.
Hey, listen, Nasdaq, Tawada to you. I know this usually your night. Tawada to Nasdaq, after Nasdaq, down in the Carolinas, Jamaica, Bahamas, East Carolina, all you all Tawada for coming in still. Your brothers always rule true, always rule tough, man. You're coming to hear my old boring class. I appreciate that.
Excellent.
Go ahead. Stand in front. So the camera pick here.
All right. So how about a little bit?
Slide. Take your
No, go ahead.
Just for, you know what? I can just raise the camera. Just stand right there. No, you can sit. I just raise the camera. Go ahead, stand right here.
Right. Security announcements. Right. Security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commandant General Yahanna. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or a sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or
Happy volume going.
I am the boss, sir. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After the 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is the commandment. You can find this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18 and verse 21, and Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 to 10. It means tenth in the Hebrew and is pronounced ma'aishara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give, be taken. The water. Upcoming holy convocation, right, is the Feast of Dedication of Hakanaka, the 25th day of the 9th month, by the space of 8 days, Wednesday, the 25th of December, 2024. Right, you can find this in the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 4, verses 52 to 61. Right? Remind Akem, which means brothers, and Akwathian, which means sisters, to check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for I.S.U.P.K events and materials. If your brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then it's to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, like shirts, like pants, headband, or scarf. And with that, we say Imagem, which means to stand. All right. Lapanya Kodam, which means to turn and face the east, or face the east, Lakia. The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew first. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabashimayim.
Shabashimayim.
Kodash. Ayah. Shamka. Yahweh. Malakaka. Tabaha. Matazaka. Ayah. Aisha. Ma'arataza. Kawa. Ayah. Bashimayim. Tananawa. Nakam. Kahal. Kawam. Wasalak Noah. Kawat Noah. Wasalak Noah. Kawat Noah. Wala'a. Taba'a Noah. Walasaiwan. Sabal. Washai Noah. Mayan. Rai. Ayah. Aka. Amalakwat. Wahala. Mataparat. Iwalamiam. Aman.
In the English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
All right. So, which means the term, when a vision, you're going to give the sisters a shot. Start. The sisters, the champion, sisters. All right. All right. Start. When a vision, you're going to give the teacher one to this note. When a vision, I march him Shabbat. I march him. All right. Stop. With the third, sisters. Right. Stop. Amajim Salam. All right. When a vision, you're going to give the sisters one to this note. When a vision, I march him Shabbat. March him. All right.
Shalom Yahanna also by Shema.
Oh shit. Who's them fathers? I know they got good fathers. I love it. Go ahead.
Right, that's dismissed.
Hey, tomorrow again after coming over.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
Yeah, you know what it is. 140 for the rebel, busy man, shit, nigga. They take their head over, nigga. I read what Eve did to Adam, I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like Samson, I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, oh they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert, another cop can stretch the nigga. He a demon, it's an exorcism, watch I bless the nigga. You took that oath in blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with you. Fuck the opposition, I see vision, let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit, I ain't listening, is effective. If revenge was a woman, now I stroke that bitch like Jacob. So Tower War, we gon' run the summer, it's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that, bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real trigger on them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? What he saying something, I ain't hear him, this shit light. It ain't about who got the gun, it's about who gon' up that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a game changer. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain frame. Shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you won't never get that hand back. He bitchin' about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, out with that hollow sign, yeah, this the rim accord. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still about my brain, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get that boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.